Hello, Jaden. How you doing? Yeah, Michael. Hi, my friend. Sorry, I got to talk over a cat. Excuse me. How you guys doing? Hey, Ironhead, how you doing? So, Michael, you asked me if I saw something on one of your videos. I wasn't real sure which one you were talking about. I thought maybe it was that last slot one you had. But I have it in my watch later, but I haven't watched it yet. And Jan and Bruce, welcome. How you doing? Embracing everyday realities. How you doing? Thank you guys for coming in. Oh, House of X. Great. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I know. I think I've seen it on one of your pages. I think I've seen it. Let's see. She has her own channel, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I think I got one video up. So I'm not worried about that one right now. Hey, so I think I finally figured out one of the things that YouTube's doing to us. And I think you guys, a lot of you guys are, well, a couple of you guys are in with Tuber Chat. Oh, okay. The lotto tickets. I'll be watching it soon. I'm way behind in my my video watching. Anyways, yeah, one of the things I think what's going on is I think when you connect with somebody new and they connect with you right away, it's almost like we're in probation. And I mentioned that on Tuber Chat's live, and he agreed. What I think, and because it was frustrating me, is because I was losing. How you doing, midlife? I was losing people, but they weren't losing me, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, it's because when I connect with somebody, you know, I go there, leave a comment, watch a video. They go to mine, leave a comment, watch a video. But then the next day, when I go back and start watching the videos of people that watch mine, because I always do that, it's a day later. And I think that's why my subscriptions were sticking, but people that were subscribing with me weren't. So I think it's important that whenever we meet someone new, that we go back the next day and make sure you watch a video like the next day, and then hopefully it'll stick. So that's real. I'm not going to talk anymore about that subject. It's frustrating, but yeah, I know. She does this when I'm working too. She walks across when I'm having a meeting at work. Anyways, so how you guys have been? Anybody got anything they want to discuss? Midlife Detour. I've gotten back to watching your videos again, but I haven't finished. I'm in the middle somewhere, so I gotta figure out how to stop these notifications. Yeah, so I'm still watching those. Really enjoying that. If you guys want to connect with each other, that's fine. I want to use the same format that Tuber chat uses. So just next to the name, use one emoji when you go to visit them. And then when you, if you subscribe to them, use double emojis and come back. And that's what, that way they'll know that you visited them. Hey, Journey Along with Shannon. That's another channel. We've been watching each other's videos a lot, along with Jan and Bruce. Her and I have been doing that for quite a while now. Ironhead took our final ride yesterday. Oh, really? Yeah, it was good. It was a nice day yesterday and today. We were out today working. Yeah, it's been getting colder. I don't know if you want to be riding that in Michigan too much longer. Calvo's TV, hello, welcome. She's not getting enough attention, so, you know, it's got to walk across me. Yeah, Michael, I completely agree with you. It's crazy. Now, I had 6 legitimate people that I subscribed to, and YouTube took 5 of them away. I was very annoyed with them. So I'm going to have to go back and connect with them and see what's going on. Yes, I am enjoying them a lot. I like your videos. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there, as I always do. I forgot to do that. Yeah, we do have a Class A. Hopefully, we'll be selling it soon. Hopefully. It's getting pretty old. Matter of fact, we just had to have one of our neighbors weld 2 of the door hinges that broke on us the other day. I couldn't believe that. The door almost fell off. I'm like, what? What's going on? Seems like everything is constantly breaking on that thing. We don't ever go anywhere with the Class A because, you know, you get 6 miles to the gallon. I mean, where are you going to go? I can't afford to leave Michigan. Superhero reviews. You say you're back at 1011. Where were you at before? Hey, Camping Therapy. How you guys doing? Thank you for coming in. It's got to be scary getting back close to that. You got to wonder whether they're going to drop you below 1,000 again. Yeah, Jan, we do enjoy our van a lot more. You get 7. I believe it. Even when we had the minivan, we traveled with that, even though there was hardly any space. It was just easier than driving that monster down the road. We were just coming back from our cottage today. We were working up there, and I took some fall video, so you guys are going to be seeing more of that too if you watch my channel. Yeah, superhero, I understand. But we saw this, what was it? It was a fifth wheel. He pulled up, we got some fast food, and we stopped at the truck stop next to us. And hey, Murad, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. You can join me if you want. The link's in the chat. I can throw it up there again, but if you don't, I understand. We saw this fifth wheel. I couldn't believe how tall that thing was. He barely made the dock, clearing the the roof of the diesel pumps. He had to be, let's see, at least 2-3 feet higher than a semi. And I'm like, why would you want to drive that thing down the road? I mean, you got to watch bridges, and that's just crazy. Paste that back in there for Murad or anyone else that wants to come up. A Midlife Detour. If you guys want to come up, you're welcome to. I'm in StreamYards this time instead of watching it through through YouTube. I laugh because last time, what's their channel name? Loving Life Titched Up. They were waiting in their what we call the basement for like 10 minutes because I was on the YouTube screen. Yeah, I know, Midlight. That's what I'm saying. This thing was huge. It was like 6-7 feet above his truck. And then they had an air conditioner that was at least 1 foot, 2 feet tall. On top of that, it barely cleared the top of the pump overhang, the awning for the pumps. I'm just looking at that going, whoa. There's no way. The Class A scared me. I would go under bridges and I'd be like, and the guy, when I bought my Class A, the guy said, just watch the semis. You're as big as a semi. So wherever they go, you can go. So that made me feel a lot better. And that's what our ProMaster is pretty high. It's probably as high as the Class A or close to it. And when we get our solar on there, it definitely will be. We're at the moment, we're under 9 feet. When we get our solar, which will happen hopefully next month, we're going to be over 9 feet. So we'll have to be careful of the drive-throughs and stuff. Thank you. Embracing every day. I appreciate that. Someone said, I think it was Jan said that their watch hours are going down. That's the one thing I have been focusing on is my watch hours. And they seem to be going up every day. But now I did have some downtime this time last year. So that's probably why, because it's a rolling calendar, whatever today's date is last year gets wiped out, and then today's time gets added in. So that's how they do it. It's rolling constantly. But yeah, I'm not losing. I've heard people complain about that, and I'm just not losing watch hours. I gotta flip screens because sometimes on StreamYards our chat gets held up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where the cat wandered off to. She finally let me. She'll be back when she gets hungry, I'm sure. So I had some other stuff I wanted to talk about. I can't remember now, unfortunately. I know the one thing was the YouTube, of course. It's always like, frustrating. But I just want to let everybody know that, if you make a new connection, make sure you go back the next day and the day after. And that's probably good. And YouTube will figure out that you actually want to be there. It's not, they're really cracking down on sub for sub. That's really what this is all about. Is there so many people are getting monetized that I believe if they didn't crack down, they were going to raise the limits to 10,000 and 100,000 watch hours or something crazy like that. But I think what they're doing first is trying to crack down on the sub for sub stuff that was going on. Yeah, my daughter works. I'm talking to Journey along with Shannon, about the cat. My daughter works at a vet. She's a vet tech, and she tells me that is actually what they call a color. It's called tuxedo, the black and white. It looks like a tuxedo. They actually, when they get a cat like that in their system, they put that for the color tuxedo. So they're actually quite common. I didn't know that before we had her. Oh, Jan, you've been doing YouTube for as long as I have, like 7, 8 years, haven't you? You know, I've been doing almost 6. January would be 6 years. I know you've been there. You were one of my first subscribers. You can do this. It's no big deal. Just let me know, and I'll. It's easier when someone's on screen with you. I'll. If it's as long as I'm not working, I can jump on the panel with you. Yeah. Same with you, Shannon. If I'll jump on the panel with you if you let me know about it, and then we just talk about different things, and it helps a lot if somebody else is there. It's nice that you guys are in the chat because it gives me something to talk about. My first live stream, there was like 2 people in there, and occasionally there was none. And I think one of them was me at one point, and it was so frustrating because I just ran out of things to talk about. Are you yeah, and that's a common thing. People really are nervous about going live, and what I hear is, to me, it's no different than making a video, because I'm a shy, quiet person to begin with. I always have been, and when I made our first video, I was really nervous. But I understand a lot of people are nervous about it because they can't edit it. When you're live, it's out there. The only thing you can do is delete the live video when you're done. But otherwise, yeah, it's out there. And I've heard a lot of people saying that's really the reason, is because they like to be able to edit in case they actually say something wrong or whatever. But I guess I don't care anymore. So I've been doing this for so long that it doesn't matter to me. Okay, that sounds great. You want to talk about getting started in being a nomad or part-time? What I said was in a comment, I think. Oh, it was Trippin' Tracy. She was, she's going. No, she said she's going full-time. I don't know if it's full-time or part-time, but she is not there yet. And she was like, building out her van and doing all this stuff and buying all this stuff that she needed. And I said, Tracy, you really should wait. What we found is you don't know what you need till you're on the road. And then stuff you thought you needed, you really don't need. I don't think we'll ever be full-time. We're going to be part-time. We're going to keep one of the houses. This house here is a family house. My wife owns it with her brothers and sisters. We're kind of the caretakers, and we pay the bills, and we live here. But our cottage, though, it's while we're working on it. It's almost ready to be lived in again. We had a flood and had to rebuild. But there I go off on a tangent again. Sorry about that. Getting started. I don't know what to say about that other than go on short trips. Then you know what you need. Our first trip was 10 days, 15 days. And we were in a minivan. And we loved it. We loved it so much that we want to do this. And then in the ProMaster, we've gone as far as, what was it? 6 weeks straight. And that was, when I mean straight, it was longer than that, but it was straight was 6 weeks. Because I went back to work for like 4 weeks. And we went in October. Then I went back to work for 4 weeks. Then we went in November for a few weeks. And then December, we went right after Christmas and didn't come back till February. So I think that's really getting started. That's what I would say is go on a short trip. Figure out what you need. Figure out what you want. Yeah. Few have been campers. Yeah. Well, it's different, I would say. Van life is different than just camping. There's because you want power, so you're gonna want solar, and you're gonna want I mean it's different. You go to a campground, a lot of times you can plug in. Where we like to go out west, there's no power. There's no nothing. I missed a comment up here. Hold on a minute. Let me scroll up. Sorry, I was on a tangent there. Shannon, you said, about people won't show up. Well, that happened to me. And trust me, I think there's a subscriber. She's still subscribed to my channel, but Joyzy Girl showed up to that live stream, that first one. She was like the only person there. And I was so happy to have someone to talk to. And I told her, I said, well, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And she did. And she's been back. She's been back to a couple of our lives. So I just wouldn't worry about it. Just give it a shot. It doesn't have to be, like my lives are usually an hour or two, but I start talking and then I get off on a tangent, and that's why it takes so long. When I do my videos, you wouldn't believe how much I have to edit and throw on the cutting floor because I won't shut up. Now, that hasn't always been true. Matter of fact, I got a comment today on one of my videos that said it was it was back when I was working at work, but I was living up here. It's a 2-hour drive. So what I was doing was during the week, I was staying down in my van, down at the work, actually right near work, sometimes in their parking lot. And I got a comment on that video. This is about 2 years. I think the video is 2 years old. And she said, I wish you'd talk more. I don't have that problem on live, so I talk too much. Yeah, I know, Jan, you said, but a lot of people, why am I reading these? I keep forgetting about this. Yeah, but a lot of people want to start out and they get ridiculous with their needs. I know. That's why I told Tracy when she's like getting all this stuff, I said, Tracy, you're not going to use half of that. Don't, go out for a week and you'll know what you want. And then you'll know what you need. We had we bought a buddy heater. Let me back up. We bought a little buddy heater back when we went on our 15-day trip. We went from Michigan to California and back. So it was a whirlwind vacation. And we bought this little buddy heater in the minivan. We used it. And that was probably dangerous. Now I think about it now. But we had the windows cracked. But that thing, what a piece of junk. I would not recommend that to anybody. Now, I notice they're smaller now, so maybe they're better now. But the one we had was huge, and it was round, and it didn't stay upright. We actually had to strap it to the chairs to keep it up. We had it like between the passenger and driver's seat pointing back at us. We ended up throwing that in the garbage at a gas station on the trip. It was so hard to light and keep lit. That was the problem. And it went through one of those green bottles, and I think you went through 2 a night. So in the middle of the night, you wake up freezing again. You have to put a new bottle in. So we bought a buddy heater, not the big buddy, but just the buddy heater, and thought we were going to use that in the ProMaster. I used it once when I was working, like I said, at work, and I stayed at work in their parking lot, and the van wasn't insulated, so it didn't do anything. Just made the air smell bad and put a lot of moisture in the air. I mean, I had water dripping on the walls, the metal walls. So I said, okay, but this thing's got to go. So that's example of what, I thought I needed this thing. We used it once, and now we're getting rid of it. So yeah, so you probably know what you need. 68 years. You've been camping longer than I've been alive. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are great. We have power while we're traveling in the van, so we don't need solar. Oh, okay. Shannon, I have to edit so much because I'm like, oh shoot, that sounded terrible. Time for a redo. Yeah, I don't usually. That's not usually what's happening to me. It's usually I'm getting off on a tangent and I have to cut off the start part that don't matter, to the video. That's what happens to me all the time. What happens, huh? Yeah. A lot of your videos are kind of live, right? They're not really like you don't have a channel intro. That's the word. You don't have like an intro and outro. So you're just Michael. You're just yeah. I noticed that with you just shoot and you put it up. It's a lot easier that way because you probably just use your phone, right? You don't have to worry about a computer and all that other stuff. I can't do that. My stuff needs edited. I would say that yours is pretty good, that you probably don't need to edit, hardly anything. Hey, Kayla Marie. How are you? Welcome. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Trip and Tracy. She's a riot. She's been commenting a lot of our videos. I forget, she needed money for something. We helped her out. We gave her like $25 or something like that. And all of a sudden she showed up on our channel and started watching. I didn't mean to buy a view or anything. That wasn't the point. Lucy Light. No, I have not. What is that? Mine has to be edited. Well, we've been getting into these shorts, and those are unedited. Well, I can't say that. There's going to be one that I just edited. We're going to throw it up, and I really only edited that one only because it was too long. Tuber chat. Kevin keeps saying a minute or less, and that's not true. I looked into it. It has to be less than a minute, so 59 seconds or less. And mine was a minute, and I'm like, oh. So I had to chop off, and there was some junk in the beginning anyway, so I just chopped that off. Is anyone else that has a channel? Have you guys used hashtag shorts? It's kind of neat. I mean, the first one we put up, hello RV weekend. Sorry, weekend RVing. The backwards. Sorry about that. Yeah, the first shorts we put up was our granddaughter, and it was such a funny video. I had to put it up. Plus, it embarrassed her, so that was just bonus, right? It was funny because I'm always reminding Michelle, make sure you turn the phone sideways so that we get, don't get those black lines on the sides. And every once in a while she'll forget, and she'll create these short videos with and I didn't know what to do with them. Now all of a sudden I know what to do with them. I can use them for shorts. Okay, Shannon, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, go ahead. If you don't know somebody in here, go ahead and check their channel out. I think most everyone in here, other than Ironhead, has content. So there's some good channels in here. Actually, there's one good channels in here. No, I look back. Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw this thing up there if anyone wants to join me. Otherwise, you're gonna just listen to me gab, or you're gonna move on, one or the other. Now, I shared this to Facebook again. And again, I've gotten no comments that I can see on here. So either something's wrong, which I don't think so, because when I go back to Facebook and look at my comments on Facebook, there's nothing really new in there until after the chat's over. Okay, so this is a Lucy light. It's a solar light, and it works wonderful. Okay, so we have a flashlight like that, and we keep it on the dash, and I just love that thing. I've had it since I was in working with the Boy Scouts, so I've had it for 10, 15 years. And it was really expensive back then because it was solar, it was fairly new. And that thing's awesome. But yeah, that sounds pretty good. 12 hours, wow. Hey, Wiley, welcome. Nice to see you here. So you starting with the cabin videos, I see. You're the hike is getting too cold and to hiking, huh? I don't blame you. Now that you mention it, I think I have seen those. The beach balls, yeah, I think I've seen those. It was on a video, somebody had them, and the beach ball actually made it brighter, it seemed like. I think that's why they do it that way. That's cool. The round shape, I mean. And I think they're like white or something. So you, Wiley, are you building? So obviously, yeah, you're building a new the new cabin. That's cool. It's taken me Adventures with Jane. Just lurking. Yeah, I know you're sneaking around in the background. We're gonna be camping with Adventures of Jane pretty soon. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, that's the other thing I was going to mention. That's one of them that I forgot about. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for reminding me. I've been posting every day, and it might be too much for some people. I don't know, but it's for the people that like me posting every day. There might be a delay because when I'm going to be camping, I probably won't have the signal to upload. So just know I'll be out filming, and I'll have some good stuff to put up afterward. So just to let you know, if I disappear, I'm not taking one of my 9-month hiatus like I've done in the past. Not doing that anymore. That's why I've been doing this for almost 6 years and still don't have 1,000 subscribers. It's because I keep taking these breaks sometimes for 6 to 9 months. It kills the channel. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. Yeah, Jan, I know. Yeah, I know they do fold. That's I'm glad you mentioned it. Got to keep broke, Wiley says. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting to update these. Yeah, we are too. I got a bunch of stuff in the van when we're working on. I got insulation in there and tools and all kinds of stuff that's got to go out. But we're gonna probably have to. We don't have our solar yet. We're probably gonna have to run our van every so often. I hope that doesn't bother you guys, because to charge our battery, we only got one battery. Don't have solar yet. So the only way we charge it right now is through the alternator of the van. We have a switch that I can just hit the switch and it connects the two and they start charging. Oh, so you've been there? Yeah, Mark. It says the signal's poor. So my booster, I did order a booster because, like I said, or maybe I didn't say, in right after Christmas, we're going to be taking off again. We got a house sitter possibly a cat sitter. I don't know. She's probably going to go with us because I think she'll have a heart attack if we leave her for that long. But we're going to be heading south and then west. And I'll probably be having to work from the road. So definitely needed the booster. And I have one on my Class A, but it's, I wanted one that was 12 volt. I wanted one that I could put with a magnet, the antenna clicks on top of the van. Whereas the other one you have to mount. That wouldn't work. Although, Mark, I noticed in one of your videos that I watched recently, you had on your camper, you had one of those directional booster antennas on a big pole. That's what I got on my Class A at our cottage. But with the van, that's too much work. I want something I can just magnetize to the top of the roof until I get my solar up there, and then I'll have to figure something else out. You put it next to the vent or something. Okay. I was going to be, yeah, you know what? Whenever there's a hurricane down south, we get rainy, cloudy weather for like 2 weeks straight. So you're probably right. I have not. The only place we've been in Utah is southern Utah. Beautiful areas around Zion and what's the other one? It's over there. There's like 3 of them right in a row we went to, and it was right across the bottom of Utah. We just loved that. It was so beautiful. That became our favorite state after that. Second favorite's probably Arizona. Yeah, I don't know if I watched that video yet because I didn't see a video that you showed the setup. I watched one where you had it up, so I must have missed something. Every site has solar lighting. Oh. Oh, so you're talking about this. Dead horse is the cream of the crop? Where's that? Is that like northern Utah or in the middle, or where's that at? Oh, that's interesting. So I got a thumbs up. Is that from Facebook? Oh, it's a Facebook. Oh. Hey, Tom, if you're watching, if you comment, it'll show up in my chat screen. So you can talk to me while I'm talking. If you're still here. That's a friend from Facebook. I was hoping that somebody over there, because I'd like to see if this thing works. Now, I know that FanVita Travels did a test streaming both to YouTube and Facebook. She said that the Facebook watch hours didn't count on YouTube. That doesn't seem... Well, I believe her. I believe she's correct. But typical YouTube, it doesn't seem right. It shouldn't be like that. I already saw that. Oh, no, we didn't. It's outside Moab. Okay. Dynamic Pneumatics just posted something. Just got the notification. All right. Top of the Mesa looking. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, you're right. We'll have to check that out. Dead horse. Huh. Thank you. So this is the music that's playing right now. This is the one that I like for my drone shots. I usually always change up my music, but this one I like so much with the drone shots that I keep using it. So if that's starting to annoy somebody, let me know. And I'll stop. Yeah, I know that, but when my videos are watched on YouTube, they count the watch hours. So I don't know why the live would be different. That's the part that I don't understand. I get the view, I get the thumbs up when it's watched off my page on Facebook. So why in the world would the live be different? Maybe they can't monitor it to see how long the person's been on. That's probably what it is. Apple cider. It's that time of the year. So I got 9 people watching. I know Mark's lurking in the background, but who else is over here? Hi. You coming to join us?
No, I just come to say hi.
Oh, okay. Hi. There's my beautiful bride.
Hello, hello. Drive by.
You smell like campfire. We were burning brush up north. Oh, thank you, Mark. Finally, it came through. Thank you so much for posting that. Okay, good. So, Mark, you guys can't see it. Let me double check that. Yeah, on YouTube, in the chat, you can't see what Mark just wrote from Facebook. He's from Adventures with Jane. Yes, I saw that, Mark. I saw that you commented, and it so it showed up. That's good. So that just tells me that nobody else on Facebook is probably watching. Okay, or at least they're not talking to me. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did say, Wiley, you were on the phone. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it so much, you guys. There's 10 of you out there. I think one might be me. Thank you for giving me, staying on here, giving me the watch hours, the thumbs up, everything. You guys are great. Yeah, Mark, it showed up the same minute. So you said commenting from Facebook 6:37, and my notification said 6:37. So that same within that minute, it commented. So I had to upgrade my StreamYard so I could dual stream, and I really wanted to do that for family and friends, and then they don't watch me. I was on a chat. It might have been the guy that was here earlier. Let me get his channel name right. Let me back up here. I don't want to mess it up. Embracing Everyday Realities. I was on his chat. I think it was his. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. He asked if your family and friends support you. I said, oh, yeah, they support me. Occasionally they'll watch my stuff. Occasionally. But I can't get them to actually go on. Excuse me. Hello. I can't get them to actually go on YouTube and watch from there. They always insist that I post on Facebook and watch from Facebook, except for my son. My young son. It's funny, on certain days, all of a sudden I'll look at my analytics and I'll have this big, huge bar. Wow, somebody's binge watching my stuff and find out it's my son. So yeah, I do have some family that's very supportive. No, I don't. Usually because I don't know. Let me put that up so you know what I'm talking about. I try to give someone at least a half an hour. Today was a little bit sketchier. So what I found out was a lot of people weren't getting my notifications. Let me back up. So I always post at 7 p.m. And I wanted to do that so people could expect my videos, always at the same time. Whether or not they can always be there is another story, but at least they'll watch them eventually. But I've watched sometimes, and I get a kick especially on a good video. When I get within a 5 minutes or whatever, all of a sudden I start getting comments. I'm like, oh wow, that's great. And then first of all, I know the person watched it because it wasn't like 1 minute in, 30 seconds after I posted, all of a sudden I'm getting a comment. But they know that I'm posting at 7, so they go out and see it. So what I was trying to do is I was doing that live at 7, and I would usually submit the notification because I wouldn't know until that day that I was going to go live. A lot of times it's when I don't have a video ready. That's not the case today. A lot of times if I don't have a video to put up because I've been doing daily stuff, so it's, I've got a lot of old material, and that's a lot of what I've been working with. But now that I got the drone, I've been doing a lot of fall colors and the lake and stuff like that. I'm done with the lake other than the fall colors. I'll be posting more of those. But people were telling me they weren't getting notifications. Well, when I have the live at 7, there's a lot of people doing live at 7, 8, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So I watched one of, what do they call it? vidIQ. Hold on a minute. Let me check that. Yeah, vidIQ, VIDIQ. They really help you with your channel, and I have one of their extensions for Chrome. But I was watching one of their videos, and they mentioned about people losing the notifications or not getting them, saying they weren't getting them. I said, yeah, I get, that happens to me. And sorry, attention grabber here. They suggested that you do your video at like 6:59 instead of 7. And that way your notification will go out a minute before the barrage of everybody else's 7 o'clock notifications go out. So I tried doing that with StreamYards. It doesn't let you do 6:59. I had to do 6:55, which ended up being like less than a half an hour notification. So yeah, I agree. That might help. So I need to almost do a standard, maybe like every Sunday, live stream. And then I'll put it out even a week ahead of time if I know I'm going to do it. But I hate doing that and then have to cancel if something comes up. Fan Life rocks. You are never late, my friend. Thank you for showing up. I love your channel too. You guys need to check him out. He is a full-timer. So very fun stuff to watch. I see he finally left the beach. He quit being a beach bum. All right, let's see. What are you saying? If you schedule it with YouTube, you can only do that. Oh yeah. So I don't do that. I schedule it with StreamYards. So I don't have to worry about that. So that kind of gives me an advantage. I can set it for 6:55. The notification goes out at 6:55, then I'm live. I did it an hour earlier at 5:55 because my mom said that she didn't. He's laughing. She didn't want. She goes 7 o'clock. That's getting close to bedtime. Okay, so I backed it up at 6. Now she's probably gonna say it's around dinner time. So if you're on Facebook, Mom, and you're watching, you can type a comment and I can see it, just so you know. If you're watching this afterward, I'll still see the comment, but it won't be until I go back and look at YouTube, Facebook. Okay, Wiley, thanks for stopping by. Get back to working on your cabin there. I'm sure you're tired. You can look at the screen. Look this way. I want to see you. See? Crazy cat. Okay, Shannon, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Thank you both for hanging out for almost an hour. That's super helpful to me. I really appreciate that. All you got to do is just jump on, Jan. Just run with it. You've got quite a few subscribers. I think you got more. Yeah, you got over 1,000. You should have quite a few people join your live stream. I know you usually post in the morning. I don't know if you have more in the morning or in the afternoon. Sanjay, hello. It's 4:50. Wow, you're up early, huh? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. If you noticed, I got the music auto playing this time. Sorry, it's not better music. Hey, Van Life Rocks, do you know what Gina uses for music? She mentioned on her live, the last one that I was at, and I can't remember the website that she said it was. Do you remember which one that was? Because I would definitely like some better music. This is all from the YouTube studio. Where are you from? We're in the United States, in Michigan. And it's starting to get cold here. And it's currently 6:48 p.m. So we're almost 12 hours away from you. Morning works for me. You can always just cancel it and throw a new one out there. You know, if you accidentally put the wrong time, it's no big deal. Oh, thank you, Sanjay. I appreciate that feedback. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna start doing that. Cat, really? Nobody wants to see your butt. Put the tail down. So Van Life Rocks says he posts at 52-minute mark of the hour. That is a great idea. Like I said, I mentioned that I heard that on vidIQ, and I gotta start doing that with my videos too. I forgot that I always post at 7, but I really need to back it up. Like I said, 6:55 or something like that. I won't use your 52 because you told me, so I don't want to stomp all over you. Especially since I'm posting daily. Yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe I'll do it like 6. Let's see, my videos are usually 6 minutes long, 7 minutes long, so I'd have to back it up. Well, then I am at 6:52. I don't know. Epic sounds. Thank you. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to that website right now just so I don't forget. Hold on a second, guys. Now, if I can spell it right, what is it? Epidemic sound. Oh, that's why. If I learn how to read, it might help. There we go. Okay. Now I have it on my Chrome, so I'll look it up. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, winter's coming up. We must be on the same height or something, you know, on the planet. Just different time zones. Yeah, it's approaching really fast here. Told my wife, told Michelle the other day, I said, all right, it's time for us to head south. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea, Jan. 6:45. I think that'll help. Because you do AM. That's like first thing in the morning. Of course, I'll be there. I'm usually working at that point. Hey, finding happiness in all you do. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for always watching my videos. You always watch my stuff. Thank you. Just like Jan. Jan always watched my stuff. Mark does. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying I didn't know that you were going live. Yeah, that's a problem with me. It's like a consistent problem with me. No, you're like I told Van Like Rocks, you're never late. Thank you for showing up. Really appreciate it. So Jan was saying that I needed to schedule it like a day ahead, and she's absolutely right. But the problem is I don't know I'm going live until I decide I'm going live. I didn't really have a plan. The only time that really happened was my last one when I was complaining about YouTube, and I wanted to hear other people's problems. Turn this down a little bit. And I scheduled that one a few hours beforehand. It might have been like 6-8 hours before. I can't remember. Oh, you use it too? Everybody's using this but me. Okay, and yeah. I'm gonna go there. They had some. Gina was playing it in her live, and it sounded great. Matter of fact, every time I go to one of her lives, she has it so late sometimes that late to me, like 10 o'clock. But it'll go 2 hours. Next thing I know, I'm there at midnight, still watching her video, and the music's got me so pumped up that I can't go to sleep, and then I got to get up at 6 for work. But if you guys haven't ever checked out Gina's channel, it's Van Life with Gina. She's got some great live streams, and I actually joined her channel. And it was like $1.99 or whatever, but it was worth supporting. That's what I'm saying. It's a great channel. She's a great person. This is where that song gets freaky. I don't like it. I'm gonna turn it down. Use it. Oh, okay. I'm okay to use it. I don't want to stomp on your videos is all. Of course, they're probably not the same time, right? Yeah, you're not posting at 6:52. So that's what I'll do. 6:52 p.m. And like you said, they'll be done watching it before live comes in. I love that idea. Oh, thank you. I must have picked on the wrong one. This is what I was talking about earlier. Thank you. I appreciate that encouragement. It's helpful. I've had a few subscribers that have been monumental in encouraging me since I've had this channel. And then, Jan is in this, Jan and Bruce, and she hung on for how long have you been subscribed to me? For like 4 years, 5 years? And I didn't even respond to her comments. I responded to them like 5 years later, and I said, it was in the bottom of the list, and I didn't realize it was there. And so I started going through all my comments and answering all of them when I started really getting serious with YouTube here and not treating it like a hobby. And I hit hers, and I'm like, oh man, this is like 5 years old. I'm so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed to answer that comment. And then she came right back and started watching my stuff again, commenting. I really appreciate it. Yeah, she's a great person. I'm sorry I forgot your name, as I'm terrible with names. It has to be slapped in my face. But yeah, finding happiness in all you do. She's I've seen things that she's written on other channels. I've seen videos of where she sent stuff to people. She's a wonderful person. If you guys are not subscribed to Finding Happiness All You Do, you need to do that. She's a good person. Michael, he's been hanging out there with me for a long time. At least a solid month here, straight watching videos. I think he watches more of mine than I do his, but a lot of his are stuck in my watch later list. So I'm trying to get back to you, buddy. One of these days, I'll just set up my other laptop and I'll do a playlist for you, because that's what I use the other cat. You know, like I said, I started a channel for the cat, and I use her channel now sometimes to run a playlist to help other channels out. And I've got 100 megabytes per second unlimited, Charter Spectrum cable here, so it's no big deal. I can stream 5 or 6 things at once. It doesn't affect it. Yeah, you know why? So Jan says it's hard to find channels without drama. So the reason why is because if you look at the view counts, the videos with drama at least double what that channel's normal view count is. It's just the nature of television. That's why there's so much garbage on streamlined television, which is really the reason why I haven't watched it I haven't watched a TV show in almost 2 months. We bought this large screen TV and I haven't used it in 2 months. I was watching a lot of TV, but now the YouTube is it's real stuff for the most part. Yeah, you get some channels. The bigger channels I don't watch because I know that brings me to something else, but I don't want to get on a tangent just yet. I know that some of their stuff is planned and scripted. So I watch you guys. People on my chat right here. These are real people. Their videos are real, and I like that. And I really like channel travel stuff, which Jan has been fulfilling my need for lighthouses. I was never really a lighthouse fan until my daughter and I started doing those trips. And now lighthouses are special to me because we've been doing them for most of her life. And we've kind of run out of Michigan lighthouses to see. So her and I have switched over to maybe doing waterfalls now. But we got to go into the Upper Peninsula in Michigan for that. We found out. If you notice that little waterfall video that I put up, it's like 2 feet high, 3 feet high. I think that's Michigan's Lower Peninsula waterfall. That's the one they're so proud of. So I want to go back to something that I didn't want to get sidetracked on. Something that bothers me, and it probably shouldn't, is when I watch couple videos, couples, and the guy will say something, then the girl will say something, and the guy will say, it's fine if it's normal talking. That's cool. Michelle and I do that all the time. And an older video of Mark's Adventure with Jane, that was not scripted. I could tell that they were both talking. He was walking on a pier or something, and I don't think she even wanted to be in the video. Mark's wife. But he had the video, he had his, it must have been a GoPro or something, way up on a stick, and he was shining it down, and he was acting like a drone. But the conversation was smooth and natural. That's what I'm trying to get at. What drives me crazy, I start watching these couples, and he'll say something, and she'll say something, and he'll say something, and she'll say something, and it's totally scripted, and it's like, you guys are killing me here. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that, but I really don't like that. Where was I? Oh, I'm way behind the chat. Sorry, guys. Yes, Michael's channel does not have any drama. You're right. The only drama I've ever seen on Michael's channel is, where were they? Raccoons. One raccoon was beating a snot out of like two other raccoons, and I always seen them to be real nice to each other, except for that video. I think they were raccoons. That's about all the drama you're going to get on Michael's channel. Other than that, it's good stuff. Oh, Alyssa. Okay. I'm never going to remember that. You know that, right? I'm going to try, though. Alyssa. Okay. I'm going to try. Okay. Yeah, like I said, the views with drama, your channel will get a lot more views, which is why I mentioned in my very first video that if I would have started my channel when we were living in our Class A in the middle of winter in Michigan, and our pipes are freezing, and our battery we're laying there in the middle of the night, thinking the power was out in the park. But what actually happened was we melted the line going to our RV because we were trying to using a space heater to heat the basement water compartments. And we're waiting for the power to come back on. The heat's running, and I can hear the fan going slower and slower. So I know I'm killing my batteries. And I'm like, it's gonna get cold, and we're gonna freeze again. I wasn't worried about. I was worried about the cat. She was under the covers with us, trying to keep warm. But I was worried about the pipes freezing again. And that's why I mentioned on there that if I had my channel back then, I'd have 100,000 subscribers, because that's drama. But I don't invent drama. If I have drama, I'll show it sometimes, but I don't invent it. I don't agree with channels that do that. Yeah, that's terrible. I refuse to watch a channel that's like that at all. And who's the one that's Camo Dave is getting really bad. I won't go to his channel. He's really picking some fights out there. And I've seen a lot of channels like that. There was another guy called Elvis or whatever, something Elvis. And they don't last long. There is a channel. There's a channel called Dave 2D. He's certainly not a Christian channel. Give him that. Not that matters for some of you, but he was doing roast channels, but he was roasting the millennial van life channels that were obviously fake, and they were funny. that guy has a gift for comedy. Those occasionally I watch. I think he got himself in trouble and he took down most of his videos, his roast videos, but he's got a couple up there still. He must have got in trouble with YouTube. Oh, you're welcome. I really mean that. See, I already forgot. Melissa? And you're amazing. Oops. Oh, sorry, Van Life Roxy. Well, I'm so far behind. I see that you had to go. Hope you're still here. Thanks for being here. I of course forgot your name too. I knew it, but sorry. The journey awaits. Hello. Thank you for coming in. I am like 5 minutes behind the chat. Sorry, guys. You hate lighthouses. Yeah, I understand. You got to be running out of material sooner or later, right? And then you'll be done. You know what? I was doing that for a long time. I only subscribed to channels that had less than 1,000 for a couple of reasons. Because I knew it was going to be real content. And I was hopeful that they would support me as well. No, I don't. I pretty much anyone that supports me, I support them back. And then if it's a good channel that I like, I still watch them. I still watch Nomadic Fanatic. I still watch Venture Van Man. There's a few others. There's a channel on my page called Farrell. Not many people know him. He's in California. He does hikes, and really nice man. I like him a lot. The problem I got with Farrell's videos is they're always long. I don't have a lot of time to put in, an hour. I got other people that I need to support. Highest subscribers. Yeah, I know, right? The thing that bothers me also about those channels, go to your YouTube screen and pick on trending. And I guarantee you won't want to watch any of those videos. I don't know who's watching this stuff. It's crap content. I don't get it. Maybe I'm just so different than most people, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you do that. I'm having so much trouble keeping up with my comments, and I've only got, well, I should have 680, but they knocked me back down again to 676, which is not good because those were legitimate people that I'm watching their videos, they're watching mine, so I don't know what's going on there. Unless they're knocked off 4 from a past, it's probably what it is. Yeah, don't do clickbait, and I'll tell you why. Because it's going to hurt your video. And the reason why clickbait hurts your video is, yeah, you'll get a view. It'll be a 5-second view or maybe even 2 minutes. But when they realize that the clickbait is not what they really wanted to see, what they came there for, they're going to stop watching it. And then you got this view that's only 5 minutes, and that it actually hurts the analytics. You don't want to do that. You want to you want people to be watching your videos all the way through. It helps you. Yeah, I agree. I do too, Michael. I reply to every single comment. And it's really hard to keep up with. Fight. Oh, you're going to watch a fight? Is that what it is? I'm so far behind. I don't know what he meant. Oh, she's right here. You have a fan that wants to see you. Eeks. Oh, she's worried about her hair, like mine. Her name's Alyssa.
Oh, hi.
I hope I got that right.
Here, there you go. There, no glare.
Here she is. It's Michelle.
Now I can't see you. I can see you.
I gotta get caught up in the chat. They're probably saying something to you. But...
Hi.
Yes, you have a lot of those videos, Michael. And you know what? You inspired me. We're gonna get a what do you call that? Game camera? Yeah. We got a perfect place to put it. So I might have something like that, but I'm gonna probably edit and make some longer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It depends on the content that I have. I might do what you did, just put them up. Well, I don't really know what kind of channel I want to be, so I can't talk to that one. Yeah, so I started off being just travel, and then I threw in, well, it's still travel, I guess, but I threw in the lighthouses, and then I threw in, what did I do after that? Oh, then we tried to change to do like your format, which I love. I love that format where you guys sit down and talk about something that happened, and and you're telling a story is really what. And I love the storytelling, and I kind of did that kind of the way you're doing it, but not quite. When we went on our last trip, and I'll probably do it again on our next trip, but it won't be the same because you guys will talk about something and you throw up video, and you'll talk some more and you throw up video. There was another channel, and I can't remember their name, but they were really cool, and they did a lot of out west videos, and then they turned into a mountain bike channel, and I've kind of lost interest, so I don't watch them anymore. But I don't. I know they're still out there, but that's the way they did theirs, and they talk about it. They sit down together and talk about it. I can't get Michelle, especially as often as I want to post. I can't get her to give me that much time. She's pretty busy. Oh yeah. So then I went. See, I get off topic all the time. Then we added waterfalls in there because my daughter and I are going to start doing that. I added some Christian stuff in there, and that kind of fell away a little bit. And I'm sure I'll be putting something else back, but I don't really have a set thing that I'm gonna do. I don't know. I guess it is based around travel, I suppose. And I thought about renaming the channel Christian Nomad Travels or something like that. I don't know. I still might. Yeah. Sorry I missed you. Oh no, I wouldn't do that either. There's absolutely no way that I would film something like that. No way. Yes, no. I don't think it was Elvis Travels. I think it was something else. Might have been, because like I said, you and I have been around for about the same amount of time on YouTube, and it was back at that time period. It might have been him. Sorry I didn't say goodbye to you. Hopefully you heard me. How do you pronounce that? Is that Inca? Is that the way I said it? Did I say it right? Inca? I'll never remember that. I'm sorry. Oh, Peruvian. Oh, okay. That's cool. Maybe I'll remember that. Are you still here? Or am I still way that far behind? Yeah, I know. I have it on my phone too. What I like to do is I'll hit the thumbs up. And when I get a comment, or actually when I read the comment, I'll hit the thumbs up or the love or whatever, and the heart. And what I was doing, I was going to that channel and watching a video. Well, it was putting me way behind. So now what I do is I hit the thumbs up or the heart, and then I'll go down to the bottom of my list, the oldest stuff, and I'll start replying to those comments. And then I'll pick their channel and I'll put one of their videos in my watch later list. And then I'll sit down later on and watch the videos and comment on their videos. So that's working for me now. And I can't really do that well on the phone. So I use the PC for that. Now, when we're on the road, it might be a different story. I don't know what's going to happen when we get on the road. I'm not going to be able to keep up with that. So I hope people don't get upset with me. I'll still be watching videos. I don't know how well I'll be able to comment, though. Yeah, I know. The big channels want, it's because they got 10,000, I don't know. Like Eric, the Manic Fanatic. I can never get him to reply because he's got over 100,000 subscribers. Can you imagine that comments he must get? I mean, my email I can't even get legitimate email on my email anymore because it's loaded with YouTube. So I got to figure out how to turn those notifications off as far as email goes. Yeah. Brian, Adventure Van Man. His name's Brian. He is a great guy. I would love to meet up with him. We almost did last January, but he moved before we got over to his area. You met Eric and Yuma? Yeah, I've heard that before too. Kind of a bland in person. Well, because his mind's so running, he all he thinks about is YouTube, and he thinks about what he's going to film and that kind of stuff. At least that's my opinion of him, and things that I've heard from people that know him. Yeah, I would have liked to have met him. Lisa D, hopefully you're still here. Just saw your note. Again, I'm majorly behind in the chat. Sorry about that. Lisa D is, I stalk her in some of the other lives. Follow her around. Oh, wow. I'd be up all night. Are you putting out a video? What happened here? Hey, Empath Embracing Life. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Stopping in. Oh, is that the problem? It only films for 15 seconds? Oh, I'm going to keep that in mind when I look for one. Thank you. Okay, I'll let you know if I find what I find. Okay, I'm glad you guys are talking to each other since I've just been babbling. The journey waits. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that feedback. Christian Nomad Travels. Yeah, I think that would be better because I get confused for a completely pure Christian channel. We are a Christian channel, but some people think that we're, just do live stream preaching or just recorded preaching messages, and we don't do that. So Inca. Okay, I might remember that after all. I'll try. Yeah, thank you for talking to each other. And if you don't know, if you see a channel in here, welcome Chasing America. I just see your comment too. If you see a channel in here that you don't know, please visit their channel and leave them a comment. I believe all you probably know each other. Thank you, all 10 of you, for hanging out with me. I'm going on an hour and a half. Appreciate that a lot. An awful lot. My watch hours just skyrocket when I do a live, which I really need to do more of them, I guess. Yep. Hello. So Chasing America's got a lot of, if you haven't been to a channel, their channel, sorry. A lot of kind of like, did you know type stuff. And they'll have a subject and they'll talk about facts, fun facts. And I really like those. They're really interesting. And some of them I'm like, oh, I don't know any of that. I think the only one was the camping one, because I've been doing this for most of my life. So that one, I knew most of the answers. I think there was still a few I didn't know. I was surprised with. Okay, go to your settings. Okay, so I want to get notified on my phone. I don't want to get notified or on my computer screen. I want to get notified. What I don't want them is to send me an email. I don't need an email telling me that somebody loved my comment. Well, everyone loves my comments because I'm not rude. So I don't need an email telling me they loved my comment. Oh, okay. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do a live stream before. Well, we usually do a live stream while we're on the road, and I'll let people know. It's a good idea. Probably forget, but it's a good idea. Okay, good. I'm getting caught up. Yay. Yeah, good. Lisa D. Lisa doesn't have any content yet, but she's a great supporter. I've seen her on live streams promoting, who knows, 20, 30 different channels. That's wonderful. Must not have Gabby people. Like I said, invite me up in your panel. I can gab, as you haven't. I've been gabbing for an hour and 27 minutes. So, how's your wife? Did you see her when she was on? Inca? See, I remembered. She just popped in and said hello to you earlier. I don't know if you saw her, and she wandered off. Again, because I don't plan these things, so it was a big surprise, to her. I said, I'm going live. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, you don't have to join. Yes, I do that too. But it's more than that. You have, and I know that you do it right because you're like me. You don't want to just. I've had people subscribe to me and then I subscribe to them and then they never watch my videos. And right now YouTube is they're going after those. So you just waste the people that come to your channel and say, hey, I love your channel, and I subscribe to you. So you go check out theirs, and whether you like it or not, you subscribe to them. And you might watch a couple videos, but they never come back to you. Now YouTube removed their subscription from you, but you're still subscribed to them because you watched a few of their videos. That keeps happening to me. So YouTube is really on the warpath, trying to get rid of sub for sub. And I wish more people would do like Jan and I do and actually watch, and like Finding Happiness, she does too. Chasing America, another good one that, they actually watch the videos of the people they're subscribed to. Now, when you get up, I don't know how in the world having 1,400 subscribers, Jan gets back to those people. But it seems like after a certain point, the probation period's over, because I'm not losing my subscribers from a long time ago, even though they haven't watched my videos for who knows how long, or at least they haven't commented. I don't know if they're still watching, but they haven't commented, and they can't be watching because I'd have 700 views on every video. So YouTube isn't attacking those. They're only attacking new channels, like new connections. And they're watching closely. It's like you're in a probationary period. And if you can go to their channel and watch, and they won't unsubscribe you. The channel that was here earlier, Journeys with Shannon, that happened to her. She commented on my video, and I went to her channel, and all of a sudden I wasn't subscribed anymore. Well, because I took 2 days to get back to her. So YouTube figured that it was just a sub for sub, so they removed it. But because she came to mine, they didn't unsubscribe her from me. That makes sense. And it happened the other way for Midlife. Midlife goes, I was watching their videos, and they came on and commented on one of my videos and said, I don't know what happened. We weren't getting your notifications, so we went and looked, and we're not subscribed to you anymore. It's because YouTube thought it was a sub for sub and took it out. Hey, hello, JJS Mix. Thanks for stopping by. I really like the "Did you know" stuff. You're gonna have to clarify that one for me. Oh. Again, I'm so far behind the chat. Probably something we were talking about 10 minutes ago. Oh, fun facts, yeah. Okay, so they have a premiere Tuesday at 5. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can be there. I'm sure I got the notification on you, so it'll tell me, unless it gets buried in those 5 o'clock notifications. Yeah, that's why when I was saying that's why I paused. But we're gonna have people actually house sitting for us, so I really don't care. So they can come and visit, but they're not gonna like what they find. Oh wow. Yeah, when you went on that trip, your wife didn't go with you, right, Mark? That's what I got a gist from. Because I saw the first video and she said, don't do anything that I wouldn't do, or something like that. Don't get yourself in trouble. That's what it was. Don't get yourself in trouble. I love that. So I assumed that you were going out by yourself. I told Michelle the same thing. I said, I wanted to start traveling more. And she said, well, she's got the grandkids and stuff that usually come up in July and August. I said, well, you don't have to go. I'll just go. She'd miss out on so much she wouldn't want to. So we try to work around it. Yeah, I would still be talking if no one's here. And the reason why, well, at this point, at an hour and 33 minutes, if no one was still here, I would shut it down. But if I just started it, nobody's here. My first, if you go back and watch my first live, nobody was there. I was just yapping, talking to myself. The thing you hope for is that somebody might watch it, at least a few minutes of it, after it's posted, when the live's over. I don't agree with silent lives. I would never do that. So yeah, sub for sub is just, you're wasting everyone's time. And especially now, YouTube is killing those connections constantly. So you're just wasting time. You're wasting that person's time. They're wasting your time. Yes, that will that helps keep the connection. If you watch a couple of their videos. I know. Exactly. They're getting way out of control, but it's because these people keep trying to bend the rules. And I'm telling you, the silent live streams, YouTube's going to nail those people eventually. You watch. These people that are doing that and they're getting monetized, I'll bet you that YouTube's going to go back and kill their eventually and cancel their monetization, or they just won't get monetized. YouTube will look at their channel and say, well, most of your hours came from this live that you don't even talk. It's just focused on a chair in your bedroom. Oh, didn't you know? Yeah, I thought that's what you're talking about. Sorry. Right. That's exactly what I was thinking too. we both on Duo, and then Google, with our Google phones, we can talk to each other and see each other. And with the, I'm hoping with the, what do you call it? The enhancer, or whatever you call that thing, that strengthens the signal. I'm hoping that the internet will be a lot better, even in remote places. We use Verizon, and there's really not a lot of places that we can't go. And that's why I've stuck with Verizon, is because I'm really happy with, we've been in the middle of nowhere, and I've had signal and other people haven't. So that's why I stick with them. Now, I know there's a couple places where it's only AT&T. I've seen that. But that's not the norm. Usually it's only Verizon if it's a remote place. Hello, Mommy and Me. I think I've been to your channel recently. So a silent live stream, it's a silent live stream. And what they do is it's an 8-hour live stream or less. Sometimes it's more. I've seen one that was like 24 hours. And they turn their camera on, and this is what it would look like. With nobody saying anything. It would just be focused on something in the room, and no one says anything. Now, I can't believe that YouTube is letting this go on. Eventually, they're going to get back to them. Yeah, it's so stupid. I don't know that they're actually gaining hours. I'd have to. It would shock me if they were actually getting anywhere by doing those. If they were, then it's a travesty, and YouTube needs to fix it instead of picking on actual connections and undoing them, like they've done to me the last day or two with legitimate connections. People that I really like, and all of a sudden I'm unsubscribed to them. What happened? Yeah, that was another one. I've actually heard about this one, but I haven't seen it. Someone was describing it in detail about this woman. Where was it? Was probably in the Philippines, because it was probably on one of those that I was watching. But she was saying she was sleeping in the bedroom with some kind of light that I think that it made motion in the room, because that was the thing about YouTube. The theory was if something was moving in the room, then it considered it watch time, and that might be how they're getting around it. So I hope YouTube figures that out, because I hate those things. But they were saying the person was sitting there drooling and everything. I'm like, oh, that's too funny. I could be wrong, but I think Mommy and Me is from the Philippines, and I know a few other people that popped in here from. We got a lot of supporters in the Philippines. I'm really thankful for them. YouTube your cat. Yeah, get your act together. Exactly. Oh, no, I understand. Completely understand. I'm so far behind in my watch later. So thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Well, I'm finally caught up to the chat. Appreciate that. Thank you guys for giving me topics to talk about or laugh about. So have you guys been at all to Tuber Chat? He's got a lot of knowledge about what's going on with YouTube right now. And like I said, I don't think YouTube is killing off the older stuff. I think they did. There was a purge that went on, and that's when everyone lost a couple hundred, subscribers. But after that, I think they broke something because they kept resetting me back to 652, the exact number. And then I would gain, like one time I went to, it was a Filipino live stream, and I met all kinds of new people there. So we got a whole bunch of subscribers, and we got like 25 that day. And then the next day they put me back to 652, but I was still subscribed to all those people. I assumed they were to me. And then this went on for 5 days. The next day I maybe gained 2, and I went back to 652. And the next day I think we gained like 10, and I went back to 6. It kept going back to 652. So I'm sure that was a glitch. It had to be. It's just too coincidental that they were just knocking off, those connections. And then I even talked to the people, and they said, no, we're still subscribed to you. And I'm subscribed to you. So who did they kill? I think it was just, which connection did they knock off? I think there was a glitch. Well, they fixed that glitch because that's not happening anymore. And now I think they've honed in, and it's like I said, you're on probation. Unfortunately, though, if you don't have time to get back to the person, then the connection gets lost, and it's unfair. But it's all the fault of people that are doing sub for sub. The only reason why they're trying to do, sub to your channel so you sub to theirs, they have no intention of watching your stuff. And that hurts everybody. Okay, Mark, see you later. Yep, and I'll see you soon. Actually, I'll see you soon, not later. Thanks for coming in. Well, what do you guys want to talk about? Does anybody want to join me? How about you, Inka? I can't remember it at the time. You feel like being on the panel here? Or Jan? Jan, I can get you your start on live streams. You can just come up to the panel. You don't have to worry about figuring out what to say or whatever. What's really cool, I've been on a couple live streams where the panel was like 6 people, and I was one of them. So, a lot of times, like I've been on a live stream where I didn't really know what to say. The guy wasn't really talking to me that much, just talking to so I was just kind of sitting there. But every once in a while I'd make a comment or I'd point something out on the chat. And so I was helping him a little bit. But there's other times where I've been on the chat with 6 other people. So that was kind of neat because if I didn't have anything to say, I could just sit there. So if you can do a panel like that, that would get you used to being on the live. So we got 8 people in here still. And I think I might be one of them. Let me see if I'm still in here. No, I am in here. It's scary looking, right? You sound like my wife. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be a problem. For a few reasons. If he's watching a movie in the background, yeah, I'll get a copyright strike for them whatever you call it. Adding vlogs, welcome. You seem like you're blocked or something. Let me see. Can you get? Maybe I can't. I wonder if I can see you on StreamYards. Oh yeah, there you are. Good. Yeah, I know. You mean in the chat? Well, I assume you mean the chat because you haven't been on the panel, right? I try to acknowledge everybody in the chat. Like adding vlogs just came in. Welcome. Thank you. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. But yeah, I try to acknowledge the chat, especially when I don't really have a lot to talk about. So you guys kind of keep me going. Oh, okay. So I know what you're saying. So when there's a big panel and they're just talking amongst each other, yeah. I'm not going to say who it is. There's a group that does that a lot. I've noticed. I've been in their chats, and the only people that are there might be someone in the panel that answers. They're talking amongst each other, and the one person might type. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the chat. One person might type. That's why when I look up, I'm trying not to look at the chat. That's why, because I'll get distracted. One person on the panel might type an answer to something you might say, a comment, because they can't speak to you because the other ones are talking about amongst themselves like you're not even there. That does drive me crazy, and I feel like I'm not even wanted in those chats. I know exactly what you mean. Oh, sorry. That was for this comment. Yeah. That drives me crazy. Like I said, I know I have a perfect example, but I don't want to call them out, so I'm not going to. They're really good people. I don't even know that they realize that they're doing that. That's hysterical. Yeah, I was like that. We had a I think ours is a 50-inch. I was gonna go buy a 55, and I got a really good deal on a 50. It was like $200 a couple years ago, and I bought that. But now I don't watch regular TV. I'm always watching YouTube. And if I watch YouTube on the TV, which I really like doing, I can't comment. So if I don't comment, people don't know I was there. That's a terrible thing. Oh, thank you very much, Ken. I appreciate that. And Midlife Detour. Appreciate that a lot. From both of you. That means a lot from both coming from you two. Because I really admire both of your channels. Yes. Drury. Yes, I do remember him. Nope, that was not before my time. And I actually was in a Facebook group that he talked a lot in there. And I didn't realize how he had a big channel, right? Because I didn't remember. I think I remember in the YouTube chat, or I keep saying that, in the Facebook chat, I seem to remember if he's the one I'm thinking of. I was surprised that his channel was as big as it was. Whoa. I'm not positive. I think I'm almost sure that that's the person I'm thinking of. Do you there's only 5 of us in here. Do you want to see the type of, I should have done this earlier. I don't know what I was thinking. Too busy yapping. That's what I was thinking. When I was talking about Midlife Detours format, did you guys want to see what I was talking about? And Midlife Detour, is it okay if I show a piece of your channel? You know, part of one of your videos. Let me know, because I won't do it unless you tell me. It's okay. At the time before he allowed. Oh, no, I didn't know anything about any of that. this here. No, I don't know. He must not be the person I was thinking about. Wow. Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, good. Okay. Let me jump screens here. Bear with me a minute. There we go. Hold on. I can't see anything because I'm on the other screen. So if you're typing, I'm not ignoring you. Oh, let's see. I'm going to go with I want to find exactly to type. There it is. There we go. Okay. I'll go with this one. I got to unmute my page here. Hold on a minute. Okay. Be right there. Hold on. Now I got to share my screen. How do I do that? Right there. Application. There we go. You guys should be seeing it. Hold on a minute. Let me jump. Make sure. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, good. Fortunately, you're going to be seeing me too, but that's just StreamYards. All right, this is just their intro. Hold on. I do this too sometimes. Oh, I was watching Up North. That's why I was running on very limited internet, so I was using 144p and watching videos. It's just atrocious. Let me fix that. Much better. Turn this down. Okay, so this is their channel. If you guys haven't seen it, they do a really good job, and it's a travesty that they have such a small amount of subscribers.
For the Harvard Host program, and we've stayed in the RV parks a couple times.
Now see this format. Now they're talking to each other,
see what that has to offer. So
and it's organic too. It's not scripted. And if it is scripted, you guys did a great job. Just want to say. And then they show the video.
What the protocol was. So we kind of stopped for a minute, but then Stan,
and you guys are so cute together too. That's another thing.
Jumped on his ATV and racing out to us, and basically just guided us in.
But yeah, you're telling a story, and I love this.
I don't know exactly where to go. Free use of his land. He's like, yeah, just park over here. Park yourself at home. Yeah, sun's gonna come up over on that side, and it's gonna set over there. I think this was day 7 for us. The Whistling Duck ground was a little bit soft, and so we pull in there, and at that point we're a little nose high.
Sorry, I'm enjoying watching it again.
I wasn't gonna pop the bike in that configuration, and when I heard you say that, I was like, oh.
But that's what I'm talking about. Let me go back. There we go. Hopefully that came out here. Yeah, that's the format I was talking about that I like so much. And we did it on one video. And after that, trying to get a time when my wife and I could get together and, where we weren't doing something else and sit down for who knows how long it takes to do something like that. It took us like an hour to do ours. And then we had to, edit it and fix it when we screwed up. Oh, you're talking about, yeah. Yeah, that's a it's good when the moderators do that. You're going back to the other when we were talking about not acknowledging people. Okay. I don't know if there's any other comments that I'm missing here. But yeah, I had I was up north, well, at our cottage. It's not really, I keep saying that. It's not north, it's west of here. It's almost southwest. Anyways, and the signal was really bad, and I'm on metered, Verizon data, and I'm like, I should probably drop the quality down here, and it really helped. I don't have my phone handy. I think I only used 1 gig, and I watched for hours. But it was really helpful for me to keep up. Oh, here's the comments finally came in. Thanks. Oh, maybe there was, I don't know. Yeah, I can tell you don't script. That's what I'm talking about. It was organic. I like that. Yeah, it does. I think you've posted some of the bloopers. They're pretty funny too. How was that one? I can't think of what I'm thinking of. There was one blooper that I was just cracking up. I can't remember exactly which one it was. Midlife was I'm glad you guys are still here. They were the channel that I was mentioning that they commented and said we weren't getting your notifications, and YouTube just unsubscribed them from me. Luckily, I was still subscribed to them, and I had watched a video and commented, so they knew that, I was still there. YouTube's driving me crazy. Okay, Jan, we'll wait for you. Jan is great. She watches all my videos. She comments on all my videos. She's been a subscriber for like 4 or 5 years. And she comes to my live stream at the beginning every time, even if I only gave, like today, I gave like a 20-minute notice. I mean, I didn't expect anyone to show up in the beginning. I figured, okay, this is going to take a while because I gave nobody any notice. And she always stays right to the very end. And I really appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I know. And you know what? I was, before I went on Tuber Chat, I was on some other growth channels, and, we all dropped our links and everything, the links to our channels, and that's how you got subscribers. But I was getting way too many sub for sub people that never watched my videos after the very first time. And then YouTube started taking all those away anyway. So I quit doing that. And Tuber Chat doesn't do that. They don't drop links. So the part I'm getting off track, but so my first, second, third chat, something like that, I started making everyone in there blue, a moderator, basically, with the wrench. And then when YouTube started taking all those away, I said, okay, we don't want to do this. So I went through my list and the people that were already moderators, and I knocked out a whole bunch of them that I knew really didn't come to my channel. And I kept you, Inca, and I kept a few others. I think Michael's a moderator. And Inca already, on my last chat, there was something going on. I'm not even sure what happened during that chat or who it was, but I know that there was something about their channel, and I think they were just trying to connect with somebody else, but I don't know. And it was good that I had Inca as a moderator, because she was able to catch that, because I was talking to I had someone on the panel that I was talking to, so I kept trying to watch the chat, but I couldn't see it all, and it was going fast too at that time, and I couldn't catch it all, so I didn't know what was going on. I was totally lost. And I left Inca on your channel. I didn't know how to get a hold of you. On your channel, under your discussion tab, I left a question on there asking what had happened on my live stream, and I thanked you for being a moderator. So I don't know if you've even seen that, or if it blew past you, or if you just didn't want to talk about it, so you didn't answer. But which is fine. I understand that too, because I know you were disturbed by the whole thing. It happened 2 times? Wow. Yeah, so that blows away my theory about channels being in probation. Because I know you're watching my stuff because I see you commenting and everything. That's the whole point of really why you should always comment, because that person knows you were there. And I can't believe that. That's crazy. And Shannon, that happened to Journeys with Shannon too. It kept unsubscribing me to her. I'm like, look, I like this channel. Let me stay here, please. But now it's not happening anymore because I'm over there all the time. That's insane. YouTube needs to figure out what they're doing and fix it. Yes, I know. They are. They're driving everybody crazy. Yeah. Even if a channel doesn't interest me, if they're watching my stuff and commenting, I'll go there, watch a movie. Sometimes I can't. Kevin from Tuber Chat is always saying, leave a comment. That's about the video. Well, sometimes it's a Filipino video. I don't understand what they're saying. I have no idea what they're doing. And I don't know what to write. So at that point, usually I'll just write, I'm here watching and supporting your channel. And that's about it. As I don't really know what to say after that. And I don't want to be rude. It drives me crazy. And I've mentioned this on my last live. I do not understand mukbang, where you sit there and watch somebody eat. And that's one of those things, if you go to trending, that's trending. And I'm like, huh, really? I was watching one of these videos. Again, it's one of my subscribers. She watches my videos. I went to her channel. I put that on the watch later. Later on, probably next day, I'm watching videos, and this video comes on. I'm like, oh. So I'm trying to figure out what she's eating and everything, and I usually comment about that. But it's running over here. I've got my work laptop here, and I'm working, but I'm kind of watching. I'm kind of doing both, basically. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? And I'm watching, and suddenly I'm reading an email at work, and I'm hearing this. I look over at the video again, and yeah, she's sitting there eating, and I'm like, you should have at least muted that or something, because that was bad. And I don't understand how that's trending. It drives me crazy with YouTube. Whatever. She's doing good. She's monetized. Happy for her. Don't understand it. Happy for her. She supports me. I support her back. Boondock Charlie. I love your videos, man. I love your lifestyle. I'll never be full-time. I could do full-time. No problem. I believe my wife could do full-time too. But we have family. So that ain't going to happen. And we live in Michigan. Our family's in Michigan. So we have to come back here for holidays and stuff, which is always in the wintertime when I don't want to be here. But yeah, Charlie has family nearby too. That's why he's stationed there a lot. Same here. Yeah. You guys are talking about the channels. Yep. I know, right? How can that be trending? Jen says it's disgusting to watch someone eat. That's what I'm saying. That's the word I was looking for. Genuine comment. Sometimes I can't. And I don't know what to do with that. Because there's, it might be a live stream and they're talking Filipino the whole time. Well, okay. What am I going to write? Genuine comment to me is, well, I'm here supporting and watching your channel. And I'll give them, like Mark or like Kevin does, I'll give them 15 minutes usually on their live. And I'll usually not really, I don't understand it. So it's sitting over here. I'm not really even watching it, and I'm just working. What gets me in trouble is if I try doing that with a channel I like, and then I'm watching, I'm over here like this, and I look back and it's been 20 minutes and I haven't done anything at work. That's bad. I shouldn't do that. Okay, so yeah, it happened I knew it happened a couple times. It was inappropriate talking. Okay. Yeah, and I know when you go to her channel, most of it was appropriate, but there was a couple things, like you said, that weren't on her channel. I haven't seen her since then. I'm pretty sure. Don't know how to find discussion tab. Okay, but you replied? I didn't get the reply. Maybe I got to go back to your channel and go to the discussion tab. It might be on there. It's just one of your tabs when you go into, I think, your page. If you say your channel or whatever, it's one of the tabs. It says discussion. And here I am getting behind in the chat again. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Well, I've seen that word, Tamsek. See, the interesting thing, my wife probably knows what it is. She was married to a Filipino for 10 years. So she knows a lot of these words. She surprises me when some of them get in the chat here and she starts talking to them. I really like that. But yeah, so her children or two of her children are half Filipino. Grandchildren are, what, a quarter? So yeah, quarter. So she knows a lot of those words. But I don't understand why they're popular. One of the channels that they're new to me, and I like them. They're good people. They did one as a celebration to their 1,000 subscribers, and they're eating this platter. I mean, it was huge. It was her and her daughter of crab legs. And again, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like the other one that actually disturbed me because they were chomping away. She must have had the microphone like near her or something where where this was normal, someone was just eating, like someone eating in front of you, but not rudely. But I just don't understand why they're popular. But that's why I don't have 1 million subscribers, apparently, because I don't understand this stuff. Okay. Well, I appreciate all your watching that you're doing, especially from you're doing it from remotely. I know how hard that is, as I did it yesterday. I was telling these guys that I was, because I'm talking to Blue Knight Charlie, of course. I had to change my setting to 100. It was normally when here I watch things at 1080p if I can, or 720. I like especially if it's a nature video or something. I like that high end resolution. But when I was up north, I'm watching my phone, or I was using my phone as that's what I was doing. I was using my phone as a hotspot, and I've only got so much data for that through Verizon. So and I know we were going to be camping, and I didn't know what I was going to need data for and all that other stuff. So I didn't want to use a lot. So I set it to 144, the lowest possible setting that YouTube would give me. And it looked like an old analog TV show. It was so bad. But I was able to watch the videos, see what was going on. I enjoyed most of them that I watched. I even caught up on one or two of Living Free, Mike and Sober's channel. Sober's the dog. I even caught up on a couple of his at that low res, and it was fine. You know, being up there. But so Boondon Charlie, my point is, you know, I know you probably don't have a lot of data to be watching all these channels, but I appreciate you watching my videos. And some of my, especially my later drone videos, you're going to want to knock those down because I put them at super high resolution because I wanted the fall colors and everything to pop. So yeah, you don't want to be using all that data for those, trust me. Oh, a jacket. Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a wrench, right? Exactly. They call them jackets. I'm not sure why. Tumsack. Huh. At least now I know what they're talking about when I see that on the screen. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by, Inca. See, I've said it enough. I might actually remember it now. Yeah. Okay. So you knocked down the resolution too. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do when we hit the road in November. We're gonna go down. I don't know if any of you guys know RV Prepper Wayne, but he's gonna hopefully. He said he was gonna put in solar for me and a couple roof vents. He's the one that put in our heater in our van, the Webasto heater. There was no way I was touching that because there's only one good spot to put those, and it's in the ProMaster, and it's underneath the passenger seat, which is right next to the exhaust, and you don't want to be running any gas lines. It's gas-fed heat, so it takes the gas out of your gas tank to run the heater. And I didn't want any gas lines around the hot exhaust or anything, and he does such a good job. He ran the line right around that. We've never had a single bit of problems. Anyway, so yeah, so I contacted him, and he said he was interested in putting in the solar for me, but he's going to be heading out west to Quartzsite, I think, in mid-November. That's what he said. So I told him, you know, I'd go down to Florida, where he's at right now, and have him put this in for me. But he's supposed to get back to me in the email. Of course, maybe he has, and I haven't seen it because I have 1,000 notifications from YouTube in there that I can't seem to weed through. You gotta fix that. He's supposed to give me not a quote, but tell me what to order, which panels to order, which charge controller to order. He did Pneumatic Fanatics solar, his whole setup, and Eric can run air conditioning off of batteries, which I never thought was possible, but he can do it for a long time. So, Wayne knows what he's doing. Are you still here, Inca? ASMR. What is that? Jan, do you know what that means? Oh, yeah. It's a game changer. So we have a heater, we have a battery, so we have a house battery. Yes. She thought I was talking to her. apparently she's starving. You're lucky I have something handy. Sorry. Yeah, solar is a game changer. We have a house battery in our van, and let me get her out of the way. And we run our heater off of it. And to recharge it, we have a switch that we hit, and it charges the battery from the alternator, but we have to run our vehicle. That one. And solar is going to change all that, because we've been parked at Quartzsite in the desert for a couple days, and we had to sit there and turn on our vehicle and let it idle for an hour or two, and it was very annoying. And you know, in Arizona, I mean, an hour of that Arizona sun, you're charged. if you only got one battery like I do. We're going to be adding another battery, and I'm going to get back to that comment in a minute, Boondock. Now we'll be able to finally get rid of the cooler, because I'm telling you, I don't know how Boondock Charlie does it, but we lived 6 weeks straight in the van with a cooler, and that thing was stinking. I mean, halfway through, we had to dump everything out. We had to use, luckily had a spray bottle with bleach, you know, like a cleaner solution that had bleach in it. And we sprayed that thing down and washed it out. It's like, oh, I'm just so done with coolers. So we'll actually be able to have a Dometic fridge, which is going to be nice, or whatever they call those, the cold box or whatever. It's not an ice box, but basically a refrigerator. Not like the kind the RVs have, but you know, the chest kind. Really looking forward to that. Michelle's looking forward to being able to use a microwave for short periods of time, and we'll be able to do that on the two batteries with the solar. So I was going to go back to this thing here. Jan said she didn't know what that AMR meant, so thank you for answering. You met Eric at Walmart in Connecticut. That's amazing. He's like impossible to find. He's not hard to miss. If you happen to be in the area where he's at, his RV is his name's everywhere on his RV. Dometic Fanatic is all over that RV. You can't possibly miss him. Something recently happened. I'm subscribed to him on Patreon because I like to see the I think I'm just at the lowest level, $5 or whatever it is a month, but I like to see his extra footage. And someone on Patreon gave away his location because he was telling us where he was all the time, live, because his videos are like 6 weeks behind, if not more. Sometimes they're 2 months behind. And he was letting us know, well, one of his Patreons that we're actually paying to be a patron told Camo Dave where he was, and Camo Dave mentioned it on his channel, and Eric received a ton of death threats, and that was ridiculous. And my Patreon, kept getting constant. He was so mad at everybody at Patreon for obvious reasons, and he was sending all these things that he eventually took down. But when I saw the notifications come through, I read his comments, and he was very disturbed. And I think he's suing Camo Dave, because he mentioned that in there. So he's going to be like nearly impossible to meet up with. Charged by the turning of the wheels. Well, The alternator kind of does that, right? When the van's running, we can charge our batteries, and I still will do that because especially like places like here, Michigan, or when we're in Florida and it's raining all the time. Because last time I was down there trying to have Wayne put in my heater, we kept getting rained out. It was so it was so frustrating. Wayne looked at me, he looked up, and he said, "Why is it that every time you come here to get van work done, it rains every single day?" Finally, he actually just started working in the rain. We just gave up. But yeah, that's when I'll be using my alternator to charge the batteries again, is when we don't have enough solder to charge them. But solar is going to be a game changer for me. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember when he did that. Yeah. Do you have that on your channel? Did you post it after he did? I'd like to see. I'll have to go through your videos and look. That's awesome. Yoda. I've been following Eric since he was still in college. I was one of his first subscribers. I'm not first, but I was one of his first couple hundred subscribers, you know, when he really only had 20 people watching his videos, that kind of thing. I was one of those guys because that was the kind of channel I liked. And that's why I like Boondock Charlie's channel so much. It reminds me a lot of his early stuff. And also Mike and Sober, Living Free. I watched him right from the beginning when he was at Slab City. And that's where he got sober, in Slab City. Okay, I'll look into that because I'm really interested in seeing that. Memories. Okay, you've got a lot of videos out there. It's hard to go back that far. Of course, I do too. I got over 200 now. Are you gonna sneeze on me? Do I gotta get you a mask? Cat sneezing on me. You don't like Mike? There's a lot of people that don't like Mike. He's got a fraction of what. Let's see. I would say the equivalent channels to Mike's are Eric's, of course, except Eric's a professional. I mean, he went to school for filming. He knows what he's doing. Venture Van Man. James, Wanderlust Estates. You know, I go back to all these guys. I watched all of them in their beginnings. I can't think of the guy's name. I watched him when he was in college too. I'll get back to that. Mike has probably the lowest out of all those guys, and his channel's about as old as all of them. And the reason why is because he's a little rough around the edges, I think. And Mike's another one that I think purposely creates drama. Matter of fact, I know he does. And he uses clickbait, and that's hurting him, and he doesn't realize it. And I watched one of his. I don't watch all his videos, but I hit once a week or whatever, because I enjoy his goofiness. But I've clicked on something that was obviously clickbait, and you start watching the video and you realize it's not what it is, and I think it's hurting him, and he doesn't realize it. He made a video about not knowing what to film anymore because he's filmed everything, and I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to make up problems. He's very crude, yeah. I've had a chance to talk with Mike in emails a few times, actually. believe it or not, Mike has Christian values. I know you can't tell from some of his videos, and every once in a while, and I'm friends with him on Facebook too, and I'll see things that he's posted, and I'm pretty impressed by that. And there was a couple videos that he put some reference to a Bible verse or something, and he asked people to pray for him when he was having trouble, and he got lambasted in his comments from all these atheists, and I just felt so sorry for him. And I reached out to him through email, and he said, "Oh, don't worry about it." He says, I get that all the time. Every time I bring up my faith, he says, I get killed in the comments. I think it's because people watch him because he's rude and crude, and those people usually aren't Christians. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know Chrome. Who's that? Nate is another one. He's a good van lifer too. He's in I can't remember the vehicle that he's in. It's getting late. My mind's not working now. Yeah, his name's Nate though. No, isn't that crazy? All these channels that we've both seen, some of them come and go. Oh, Van Life. Okay, that's Kevin. Yeah, I think I've seen one of his videos. I'm not subscribed to him. I don't think he's one of those channels that are too big for me. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, all these channels that you and I have seen grow, and I was on a live stream with James Wanderlust Estates, and I said, James, you and I started at almost the exact same time, almost the same month, and I said, here you are with 50-something thousand subscribers, and I've got 800. Yes, I'm sorry, 600. He was like, oh, sorry to hear that, man. I'm like, that's not what I mean. It's my own fault. It's because I could take these 9-month leaves of absences like I do. Hello, Moments. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for commenting so I know you're here. I've been watching the numbers go up and down of people watching, and I know people are just popping in and leaving, but I don't know who it is. And Jan, you don't have to hang out for the whatever this is going to end up being. I really appreciate it. It's been 2.5 hours. You've been here for every minute of it. You're one of my hugest supporters. They hung on Eric's coattails. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. A lot of them did. And then they were mean to him. I don't think Wanderlust Estate is still friends with Eric. They did a weight loss challenge, and they helped them both. I probably should do that, actually. But I don't think Mike and Eric get along all that well. I know there's nothing. I don't think they have any dislike for each other, but I could be wrong. Hello? Excuse me? I'm not feeding you every minute just because I'm talking. Yeah, I'm happy too. I accept it for what it is, and I accept it as my problem because I caused it. by not posting as much as I should have. Yeah, Eric is. A lot of people don't like him, and a lot of it stems back to when he was in college and he tried to raise some money because he was going to do a project or something for college, and something happened, and I remember some of it. I knew it all back then, but he's taken videos down because it causes him trouble from that period, and it stems back to that. Thanks, Moment. Yeah, she's a cute cat. Sometimes she gets in the way, but she always sits next to me. Yeah, so Eric's problems date back to that time period where people say that he was mooching people out of money, which that alone bothers me, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Here we go again with notifications. Then they're saying that they gave him money to do this project and then he didn't do the project. Well, he did do the project. They're upset that he used some of the money to live on. Well, sorry, if he was starving to death and he needed the money to live on. I don't understand people. I don't know how they can be so mean. But here's my other problem. People have a serious problem with people that they say are, what do they call it? Virtual begging or something like that. I forget the term that they use. But I'm like, why does this bother you? So if it bothers you, don't give them any money. If I decide I want to give this person money because I feel sorry for him, why does that bother you that I gave him money? It doesn't bother me. Why would it bother you? And I don't understand that nor like it. Yeah, sorry, Michael. We're off on a tangent with these are all van life people. Nomadic Fanatic is the channel. He travels around the United States with his cat Jax, and his big cat. He's like twice the size of mine. Big boy. He's got thick. Most cats have. Is it 5? He's got an extra thumb. That kind of a cat. E-begging. Yes, thank you, Charlie. He went to school for filming, so he's really good. His videos are very good. If you haven't watched Nomadic Fanatic, you should, just check it out, just see what he's like. But if you're like me, you probably don't have time to watch because you're watching all your supporters' videos like I am. But I catch one of Eric's every once in a while. I catch one of Mike's every once in a while. Mike's channel is Living Free. And he's another one that gets tagged with e-begging because he's had problems. We gave him money when he had a transmission problem. That's when I started talking to him through email. But I gained something out of that. I have a friend now. We almost met up it was before COVID. It was last December, not this past one, but the one before. He was down in Florida a lot, hanging out with another subscriber on a lot of his videos. And we were going to meet him down there, but he ended up going further down into the Keys, and I didn't want to go that low, so we didn't meet up after all. That's who we're talking about. They're all van or RV full-time travel people that we're talking about. Yeah, you remember that thing? Yeah. You just unsubscribed. Yeah, well. See, after I listened to all these people complain, yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. I'm getting so far behind in watching, and doing a 3-hour live is not helping, but it's going to help my watch hours. I think we're about ready to wrap this up pretty soon. Anyways. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. When everyone was starting complaining about e-beggars, and they were like posting a list of all these channels, tagging them as e-beggars and shaming them and all this other stuff. That's when I put the PayPal link on my channel. Just to get a rise out of them. Oh, here's another e-beggar, even though I've never mentioned it before now. Anyone that ever gave me no one's ever gave me any money. I've never asked for any money from that link. If anyone ever did give me money, I ended up giving it to somebody else anyway, so it don't matter. Just like I did with Trip and Tracy when she was having trouble trying to get some trip she was trying to get on a few months ago. We gave her some money. So if I had gotten money from PayPal, I would have added that to it. It's the way it is. I don't understand the people getting upset about that. But I don't want to talk about that anymore. Well, there are 5 of you awesome people in here because I'm not on anymore. So that must be legitimately true. There's 5 people in here. Because I'm currently still on Midlife's Detours page. I never went back to mine. I got a comment on my one of my old videos from 2 years ago. I mentioned this earlier on in the chat. I just happened to look at it when it came up. And I'm going to have to go back and watch that video because she was talking about how I wish you'd talk more. I don't understand what you're saying. What are you talking? You need to be more specific. Yeah, I did that a lot, I think. Because I got off track and then I well. I didn't give the details I should have. His little group. Oh, is that is that Mike? I think I asked you this before, Jan, but do you know what happened to Blacktop Boondock? Because I know that I think that might have been where I met you. It was from that channel. You and RV Lady. I know she had a heart attack or something, stroke. I think it was a heart attack. And that pretty much ended her YouTube channel. She came on once, and I asked her how she was doing, and she never replied to me, so I don't know. Oh, yeah. We met Chris Penn. I met Chris Penn, and I've been, again, Chris was the one I was trying to think of. He's the one I met while he was still in college. Not met. He's the one I started watching when he was still in college. But we met him in Quartzsite. He was so busy. That guy works all the time. And gave him one of my stickers. Told him to check out my channel. I don't think he ever did. I like Chris, though. Chris is a good guy. I didn't like it when he was with that girl, though. Yeah, I can't remember her name. But she wouldn't let him talk. Just driving me crazy. He tried to say something on his video, and she would just blurt out something and start talking over him. And I was always annoyed watching his videos, but I didn't know why. And my wife says, "Will you just let the boy talk?" I'm like, "That's what it is. That's what it is." Are you talking about Chris? He really got bored with YouTube. Yeah. I don't know why the trolls would be attacking him. Yeah, I think it was Gina, but I don't think she spelled it like that. Maybe she did. That sounds familiar. Was it Gina? I can't remember. She was way younger than him. Then he got that dog, Kobuk. I think he still has that. I think they share custody of the dog because they're not together anymore. And she talked him into buying that Class A. He always had a van, and then she talks him into. She shows up, and he gets a Class A, which he found out was not worth it. That's why I got rid of the thing and got a converted a bus. G. He called her. It must have been Gina because he called her G. That's right. Yeah, because it wasn't it like Chris and G's Travels or something like that is what it changed to. It used to be Chris Travels, and then it went to Chris and G. I know, wasn't it? That was a dumb move. Yeah, it sure was. We only have the Class A because when I talked my wife out of moving out of her house and moving into an RV, this is after watching Bob Wells for a while. He's another one I'm not real happy with right now. We'll talk about Bob in a minute. We got a Class A because she wanted a real bathtub, which she never used. However, we did keep the bird. She had a bird. He was a cockatiel. So he is, a tropical bird, and we got him in an RV when it was negative 14 degrees Fahrenheit outside. In Michigan in the winter. So we kept the bird in the bathtub in the cage because that was the warmest spot in the RV because the heat would, we'd keep the door closed and it would be really warm in there. But that was a mistake. We should have never done that. Yeah, it was G. Oh, anyways, Bob Wells. Bob's heart's in the right place. Right? He tries to help as many people as he can, I believe. Some people think he's a scam artist and he's just making money. That might be true. I don't know. And I can see where they're coming from because I know he does make a lot of money in the last couple, not the last RTR. Definitely not the last RTR. He lost his butt on that. The one before that. My problem with him now is he's trying to move. He's put who knows how many people that were homeless into vehicles, in the desert. Well, that's great that he's helping these people. And I don't have a problem with homeless people, like I said, because technically, if I had my way, we wouldn't have all these bills. I'd be living in a van. But, and I would technically be homeless. I have a problem with people that have mental problems and drug abuse problems. And because they're homeless, he's helping them and putting them out in the desert. Well, I don't want to camp with those people because they're crazy. I don't want to be around them because they're crazy. So that's the problem I have with Bob. And his goal is to put 2 million people in the desert. That's his goal. He figures he already put 1 million. He wants to put another 1 million. That's what he said. Yeah, Chris is off-grid schooling. You're right. That's his channel. That's what he renamed. When he left G, that's what he renamed his channel to. And that's when he focused on building that schooling. That's how we met. I can't remember. Yeah. Hold on. Throw in my channel. This is going to bug me if I don't figure this out. Oh. Whoops. That's not what I want. Oh, well. I can't get there quick. Oh, wait. Yeah, I can. No, I can't. Okay. YouTube's being a pain with me right now. We met another couple that I really like their channel. Well, I was going to tell you who it is, but unfortunately I can't remember and I can't get to my page fast enough. Hey, you made it back, Shannon. Hey, yeah, I know. I'm still talking. Almost 3 hours. Now I think my not the last live, but the one before that actually did go 3.5 hours. That's my record. I know somebody that did an 8-hour live, and I don't know how he did that. Right? No, they don't all have problems, but he wants 1 million people, homeless people, because he sees themselves as their savior. He doesn't believe in Christianity at all, which is another problem I have with him. And if you look at the man's picture right now, you would think he's a spitting image of what Moses must have looked like. And I think he did that on purpose. Isn't there one out there? Yeah, it's getting late, and I hope I'm not boring you to death, because that might be the case while you're yawning. Sorry, Michael. Hey, man, if I'm boring you, don't feel obligated. I appreciate you very much for hanging out here with us, especially since we're talking about people you don't even know about. Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what I was saying. The man's got a good heart. He really does. But I'm hoping that he changes his plans, especially after the last RTR was a major flop for him. So he hasn't even discussed having it this year. I don't think he's going to, unless I missed it. I'm just babbling. That's what I'm saying. You and Jan can do a live. You just gotta find the gift to gab. It helps when you have people in the chat, like what you just said. So now I can talk about it, and that's how I'm a shy person. I don't talk like this normally. But you know what? As long as 9 hours. As long as there's a group of you hanging out here, I'll keep going. You know, if you guys want to be done, let me know. And you know, the ones that are sitting here talking to me, I know there's at least 3 people that aren't talking. It's just in the background. But I appreciate everybody, even if you're not talking. If you're just watching, thank you. I appreciate the watch hours very much. 12-hour live stream. That's crazy. So I hope I'm not boring you guys with our drone footage of the lake. There was actually 3 separate videos. One was the view of the lake, and I didn't like the way it turned out. And the other one, thank you. The other one was like the better view of the lake, I think I called it. And then the third one was I was showing you the river, and I really wanted to get down in the woods a little further, but I kept losing sight of where the drone was, and I wasn't going to muck through all that mud. There's no real good trail along the river. So, I think part of that is private property. I didn't want to go back in there. So that's why I went back up in that video and showed a little bit more of the lake. And Michael, about that video, I don't know if you've seen that yet, where I see I think I entitled the river that our lake feeds. That's what I called it. I don't know if you noticed, but I recorded the sound of the river, and I looped it through the whole part while I was showing, because the drone has no sound. So you have to use other devices to record the sound. And I know how much you hate music on the videos. You'd rather have natural sounds. So I had the water running when I was filming the video part. So I was thinking of you when I made that channel, or when I made that video, just like the other one that I actually tagged your channel on. No music for Michael. And then the very next video was our drive through Utah. And actually, I edited that video like a year ago, and I had already put music to it. So I had to edit it because I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I've knocked 10 seconds off of my intro. So let me know if you guys have noticed or what you think about the new intro. But there's a 2020 intro now, and I changed a couple of the pictures. We got the cat going, whatever, her tongue out at us. We got the cat. We got a few other. Oh, I took the Class A off of the opening screen. I shortened the campfire, and the whole intro got shorted. It was almost 30 seconds, and now it's 20. So I knocked off 10 seconds of that because people were saying that intro was too long. And I lost my train of thought. I know I was talking to Michael. Oh, yeah. So I had to put that new intro in there on that video from Utah. And in the outro it was still when we were in the minivan. So now I have the outro where I put the Bible verse and I put the adventure continues and I put the van driving over the camera, which I think is really cool. And that's going to be on like a lot of my videos because I like that. Well, all of them, probably for a long time. So the music was already in the video part. I couldn't do anything about that. Sorry, Michael. Oh, really? I did not know that. Don't turn off your sound on live stream. Okay. That's good to know. I'm glad you told me that. Because, like I said, some of the Filipino channels, when they're talking, although I usually don't ever turn off volume, I don't know what they're saying, and I don't want that distraction going on when it's going on next to me while I'm trying to work. Usually I'll turn it real down so it's like at 1, where you can barely hear anything going on over there. That's what I do to those live streams because I don't know what they're saying. But yeah, I'll make sure that I don't turn it off. I'm glad you said that. All right, Boondock, unless you've already left, thanks for stopping in. Good night. Yeah, Shannon, we do. Like I was saying earlier, this is a family home. My wife and her sister and her brother inherited it from their dad. And they wanted to sell it. My wife didn't. So I made them a deal and said, well, how about if we keep it? Michelle and I will live there. We'll pay all the bills, taxes, everything, if you let us live there. And if you guys want to visit it, you still have a cottage to go to. And her brother doesn't come up here. He stores his boat on the property. He's got a rowboat over there. But her sister, well, actually, it's her sister's husband comes up every year for about a week. So we give them space. We take off to our cottage and let them have the house for a week. So it works out for everybody because they get a free cottage. We live here, but we pay the bills. I agree. I like the music, especially because sometimes it can. I have to do it with pictures because I can't just have nothing. But I agree with Michael that I need to put more natural sounds. So I got one coming up. That didn't launch today, did it? I'm losing track of what I even post. Let's see. Yeah. 3 hours.
You've been live for 3 hours.
Yeah. Okay, it hasn't. No, it hasn't posted yet. So I'm going to be posting a video soon. Soon. And I put in recorded sounds of the birds and everything. And again, Michael, I was thinking of you. So when you see that video, it's going to be entitled something like Fall Colors. I think that's what it's called. It's gonna launch tomorrow or the next day. I can't remember what order I put them in, but I think you'll like it. I don't. Yeah, it's a shorter video. It's only going to be like 4 minutes, and I don't think there's any music in it at all. Yeah, well, good, Jan, because I have a lot of that. I was looking through. I have folders in an external hard drive, a terabyte of external hard drive. It's full of YouTube video, and we've got, I think, Utah. Pretty sure we've got like an hour's worth of GoPro video that I'm going to try to do something with. It's back when we were in a van. You can always tell my older stuff because you'll see the blue van in the video. Yeah, that's the old Vinny van when we traveled in that. And that's back from 2016 or 17, that time period when that was recorded. And you're going to tell that they're not very good because we've improved a lot. I can tell by watching. If you go back 4 videos to Driving Through Zion, that one was made in 2017, and I was almost embarrassed to post it because it was like shaky. And that was the one I think that Mike was, when he joked around and said, there's that music again. But I'd already had it in there, so I couldn't put anything over it, so I just left it. If I had the natural talking, I would have left it, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure. I think I already do that as it is. I don't remember ever. Well, maybe I have muted things before. I'll keep that in mind. How did you hear about that? About not muting the live streams if you're watching them afterward or during, because they don't get the watch hours. Okay. Well, I'm the computer generation. I had a computer all the way back to when I was in elementary school. It was a Commodore VIC-20. If anyone knows what that is. Very limited computer. So I pretty much do everything on the computer. I have Microsoft Excel spreadsheets for all kinds of stuff. And that's how I was watching YouTube. And that's how I knew that they were, because I have a Excel spreadsheet of all my subscribers. And I can tell by comparing it to my subscriber list, on who they yanked away from me to try to get them back. And sometimes people just unsubscribe because they don't like your stuff, and I'm okay with that because they're not going to watch it anyway, so I'd rather they leave. Yeah, I know. I agree. The nature part of it is better. And I did a video I think you commented on that you liked when I was at the video at when we recorded the waterfall over the dam. I forgot what it's called. It starts with an H. I can't remember the name of the dam. But I had music in there, but I had it really low, and you could still hear the birds chirping, which I thought was really cool. And I was glad that it worked out that way because I planned it that way. But sometimes when I edit it, and this hasn't happened recently, so I think my editing program, Cyberlink Power Director, I think they fixed their problem. Because I would do something like that where I'd have the music really low, like way in the background, and then you could hear the birds and everything, and you hear people talking. But this music was still there, and it was really low. And the stupid editing program went and made it the same level. So it was like drowning out everybody that was talking, and I was so mad. I had to re-edit it and everything. But I haven't had that problem with Power Director since then. So I think it was one of their bugs they fixed. But if I remember right, you commented saying you liked it because you could still hear the birds. Yeah, I know. Well, the one time I thought she was mad at me. I went 3.5 hours. I had 5 people, I think, come up on the panel with me, one right after another. And one of them was kind of embarrassing because she was an older lady and a little racist. Not really racist. I don't know how to say it. I'm sure, Jan, you know what I mean. People older than me, like my parents' age, can sometimes, I'm sure you've met people like this that can make comments that are a little off color because it's just in their lifetime that was an okay thing to say. It isn't now, but so she's on the panel and she's saying something. Well, I think she said something like, well, he's from New York and you know how they can be. You did not just say that on my live stream, did you? But back to what I was saying, Shannon. I went 3.5 hours, and my wife came in and she was walking by. She goes, "Are you still doing that live?" And I thought she was mad at me. So I was down to like 2 or 3 people. I'm sure Jan was one because she hangs out to me at the end all the time. And I shut it down. And I went out to talk to her. She's like, "Oh no, I was just shocked." Like, oh. Yeah, you're talking about that video? Yeah, I'll let you know when I launch it. Hello, Scullies. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Oh, you're talking about the woman who was on the panel? No, she was or maybe you're talking about something else, I'm not sure. She was from one of the Christian channels that I was on. I think, of all things, right? Yeah, I know you do, Mike. You're a good supporter. I appreciate everything you do, and I appreciate you leading me over to Tuber Chat too, and it changed the way that I do things, and I like that. And I got some good information from him too. Oh, you're new, Shannon. Don't worry about it. I've been doing this for 6 years. It's like Jan, she knows too. Yeah, you guys do. Midlife Detours, for a new channel, you guys, as far as I'm concerned, you hit the ground running. I mean, like I said before, it's a travesty when I see your channel with, what do you got, under 200 subscribers? And I see, like I was saying, that other channel where she's sitting there eating her dinner in front of me. And that's like most of her videos. And she's well over 1,000. She's monetized. I'm like, God, this is not right. How does this happen? I just don't get it. Oh no. Drop the GoPro off. And you got a newer one too. It's not like mine. If I drop my GoPro, it's no big deal. It's the GoPro 1. Yeah, not politically correct. Yeah. Yes, they do. And that's why they do those silent live streams that drive me crazy. So, okay, let's go back to that. A silent live stream. So you said if you turn your volume off, they don't get watch hours. Maybe that's what YouTube is doing, because I'm telling you, they're going to hit these silent live streams. So maybe that's why they're not hearing any sound. They know you're not watching. And I know already that if you turn your volume off when you're during a commercial, that person is not getting the advertising. Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. When you have a live stream like this, you get to know me, decide whether or not you want to watch my videos anymore. I hope I don't turn anybody off. You get to know my wife every once in a while. Our cat, who's by the way, there's a heat vent right there, and she loves that spot. She usually lays there with all her paws against the heat vent, warming her toes. I've caught some video, but it's hard because once I get up and walk over, she thinks I want to feed her, so she runs away. But I'm going to catch some video of that sometime. So when someone's doing a silent live stream, you don't get to know them. You don't get to talk to anybody. It's like, yeah, you can talk to other people in the chat if they're in there, and some of them are like that. And every once in a while, they'll speak during the silent live stream, but they just drive me crazy. Well, like I said, invite me to your panel if you want me there, if you want support, and I'll join the panel. If you use StreamYards, which is what I'm using right here, you can invite people up. If you just use YouTube, you're on your own. And StreamYards is free. I subscribed to the paid version because I wanted to add my channel art up in the corner. Let's see if I can get the right angle here. Nope, right there. Otherwise, it's got the duck for StreamYards. And I wanted to multi-stream to Facebook, which is not helping me whatsoever because I haven't got a single comment from Facebook. So that's a complete waste of my time, apparently. Oh, for the compliment? Well, you guys are great. I love your channel. And you don't have to keep that format up, if you want to go to an easier format, just because I said so, but obviously it's not my channel, it's yours. I just happen to like that format, but it's a lot of work, and I can't do it myself. It is a tough camera. My wife had a Samsung Galaxy S3. Okay, this was many years ago. It was back when we had the blue van, so it was around 2017, 2016. She's filming at all the scenery like she does, but she got a little too far outside. Well, the wind caught it. And all of a sudden I hear her say, "Oh, I lost my phone." And I look in her mirror real quick, and I see it boom, 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 bouncing on the cement. I'm like, "Oh, that's toast." And then I see cars start driving by. I'm like, "Oh." So we get off on the shoulder. We just back up. I'm trying not to run it over. And I run out there real quick and grab it and pull it in. Not a single. There was along the edges of the camera, there was scuff marks. Glass was perfect. Couldn't believe it. So that thing is durable too. She didn't even have she had like a cheap case on it. It was nothing, Yeah, you're a big supporter of Tour Trad. He loves you. Which one do you have, Shannon? Which number do you have? Mine's a GoPro 1. There's nothing to learn. You push the button and it goes. But I want a newer GoPro where I can do sky time lapse. I want to be able to do that, but still have like night vision. I tried to do the time lapse. My GoPro will do a time lapse. Doesn't have night vision. So we put it out. We're at a campground. I put it on the picnic table, pointing at all the stars. We had 1,000 stars. Put it up there, turn it on, set it for time lapse, turn it on. I go back in. We were watching a movie or something on the computer. Go back out after the movie. It's 2 hours later. I grab it, and we went to bed. Next day, I go to pull all the footage off, and it's all black. Not a star, nothing. It's just black, like you had a lens cover on it. So, wow. Yeah, Loving Life Hitched Up. They were doing a mountain. Let's go back to this one. They were doing a mountain climbing, not mountain climbing, but hiking up through rocky, terrain and stuff, where they had to really do some major hiking. And she dropped her water bottle, not like a good plastic reusable water bottle, and they had to hike down and get it. But you see it fall in one of the in their video, and it's bouncing off the rocks going down. I would have been like, ugh. I do not want to walk all the way down there. Van Life with Gina just did shout outs. I have to go watch that. She's got a great channel. You should watch that. Well, again, Michael, if you want someone with a gift to gab, I'm not as good on other people's lives, but I can do it on my own as long as people are talking to me in the chat. GoPro 4 and 8. I'd be happy with a 4. Anything's better than a 1. Okay, the Hero 8. That's the one I really want. That one, does that one have like Bluetooth where it'll connect to your phone? You can see what the camera's actually seeing. A collector. Gets one of each. I'm getting that way with so yeah, we started with just the GoPro. Well, I was using my phone and I was using an S3 and it had terrible video capability in my opinion. Then I got the GoPro, and of course it was a 1. This was back in the beginning of my channel, and I was taking everything with that. It has no stabilization, so when you're walking, the whole video is doing one of these, which is really hard to watch, and I know that. And I've tried to even use the editing software, and I've tried to, do that. Well, then the whole picture is doing this kind of, the person's straight, but like trees are going up and down, and so something weird's going on. You're like watching this, going, well. So now when we walk and stuff, I still got an old phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S6, which I need to replace. But at least it's stable. When you use that, it's stable. So now we have the S6 we film with. My wife's got a Google Pixel 3, which takes amazing pictures, and that's what the ones that I've been posting about her pictures, that's taken from that camera, and I love it. I think she does a great job with it. And now we've added the drone, so that's another camera. I want to get the wildlife thing that Michael has, because I know we got a lot of it out. My wife feeds some feral cats, and we already seen some skunks and raccoons over there chowing down in the bucket. So I want to figure out what else is over there. So I'd like to get that with night vision. That'd be cool. So yeah, I'll be a collector as well, is what I was getting at. Yeah, I'd be okay with the 7. 7's a nice camera. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Did they just start doing that with the 8? Because I thought the 7 was smooth too. I could be wrong. And yes, Bluetooth. Yeah, that's a huge thing right there. Oh, okay, on your phone. So you're not, but you can use StreamYards. So you can go live now, even though you don't have 1,000 subscribers. You can use StreamYards on your phone. StreamYards has an app for the phone, and you can go live with your phone right now. You don't have to wait. No, I don't. So my GoPro connects to my computer just fine. And I can pull the videos right off, and I can delete them off the GoPro right from the computer. My wife's Pixel gave me the hardest time. I spent hours. It just would not let me access those pictures. It was driving me crazy. Oh, Krista Rogers, hello. I think you're one of my followers on Facebook, right? So finally, I got somebody from Facebook in here. Thank you for leaving that comment. Sorry, distracted again. See, shiny thing. ADD. Happens to me all the time. Anyways, okay. Yeah, so it took me hours to figure this out. I finally pulled the video down, her pictures down. I had to actually go into the phone and give my computer access. So it might be something like that you're having trouble with. Because if you try to go through Bluetooth, which is what I was trying to do with her phone, it took forever. You really need to connect directly. So it's probably something like that. Because it has Bluetooth, it probably has a security setting so that you have to okay it when you connect. But Midlife Detour might know. Ryan, her husband, Ryan might know since he has so many. Yep. Yeah, I use the cord on my GoPro. So see, there I am talking about stuff that you guys are already talking about because I'm so far behind the chat. Yeah, but so you say any game camera would work with the night vision. Yeah, I know they all have night vision. Now you got me concerned about the 15-second length. Because I'm going to want it longer than that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. As long as it keeps running. Yours keeps running, right? It'll run for 15 seconds, and then what does it do? Make a new file or something? Because then I can use my Power Director and just edit them all together. I'm okay with that. I don't mind doing the editing. But if it does 15 seconds and then shuts off, and I don't want that. I want it filming while there's movement going on. I want it to be a movement type of a camera. So I got to look into those a little bit more. I'm glad you mentioned it, Michael. So, yeah, I know what you meant about the computer. So nothing shows up on your computer. I've had that happen before. Try a different USB port. Try one. If it doesn't pop up, unplug it, plug it into a different one. I got on this one, I got like 5 USB ports on this computer. That's why I bought it. And it happens to me sometimes. It doesn't like the one over here, but if I plug it in on that side, it's fine. I don't know. Computers are weird. Okay, yeah, good, because that'll help you out, Mike. You're not going to be able to do it through YouTube because they made that rule about 1,000 subscribers. So how you don't get a lot of time with your GoPro? With your, what did you say you had? I forgot already. I know Jan said she had a 4. You had an 8, right? I think you said you had the 8. We just did a test on ours today. We liked all the fall colors. So going home, it's about an hour and 20-minute drive from our cabin to the house here. And I set up, finally, after years, I grabbed my windshield mount off of the Class A. It's been stuck there for years, and we haven't driven that thing. It's been parked for 3 years. I finally pulled it off of there and stuck it on the ProMaster window. So we hooked the GoPro to that, and we launched it. We had an hour and we had the whole hour and 20-minute drive, and the GoPro never died. It never ran out of space, and it never died. The battery never died. So maybe it's because the stabilizer might be using a lot of your battery life, where my GoPro One is pretty basic. Yeah, hope along, Jan. I don't know these answers. Feeding me words. Yeah, okay, take the card out. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a good answer. That's what I do with my drone, right? I take the SD card out, plug it into the adapter, and it plugs into my thing here, and that's how I pull them off of there. My GoPro One, it's very difficult to get the card out, so I don't do that. Yeah, Bluetooth is horrible and slowness. Oh, okay. Yours goes for 2 hours? Yeah. When 15 seconds when there's movement. Well, what if they're still moving around? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to research those because I want to make sure I get one that goes a lot longer than that. This is awesome how you guys are helping each other. It's great. I'm glad that I can be the format for that. I'm going on 3.5 hours. Are you tired, Jan? I'm getting there. I got to get up at 6. Not really. 6:30. I love being able to just roll out of bed and then go into work instead of having to drive anywhere. It's awesome. I'm hoping that my job figures out how much their money they're saving by not having us in that big ass building that they've got. Their building is enormous. I mean, I don't know how much square footage they have there, but it's huge. And they've got to be saving $1 million a year by not having us in there. I mean, they really need to let us work from home forever. They really do, and I don't understand why they just, you know. I'm a CAD designer, and I work with engineers, and the engineers just can't wait to get back in that building. They hate working from home. I'm like, how can you hate your family? You I just don't understand that. Michelle was telling me today, she goes, I'm going to be devastated when you go back. She goes, I've had you 24/7 since March. She's like, if you go back to work, it's going to be horrible. I said, I know, because, you know, I'm not going to want to make a 2-hour trek one way, so I'm going to probably stay down there for a couple days. Yeah, okay. I think you've got a problem with your GoPro, Shannon. It shouldn't be doing that. It's probably got a battery issue. Now my drone, they get hot. You know, when it only goes for about 12 minutes, and when I land, that it's warm too. But the GoPros, I don't think they should be doing that. I'd be concerned about that. Yeah, Mike, that's I keep calling you Mike. I hope that's okay. Sorry, Michael. That's exactly what I want too. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we really are perfect for each other. That's what I'm thinking. The batteries are bad in that GoPro, Shannon's. Oh, there you go. See, it's good to have someone who knows what he's doing. Hi, kitty. Yeah, we used that GoPro 1 as a dash cam today. I think we're going to do more of that. I know that I'm going to be tempted to use a lot of that video, and I'm probably not. I probably shouldn't because it's going to be boring. But I think the video we shot today will be all right, though, because there was a lot of fall colors. I just got to really edit it. I got to edit it good because otherwise it'll get boring. And I don't know, Michael, I don't know if I can leave that video without music because it always is the sound of the van clanking along the road. I don't know. I might just have to add music to that. Sorry. Oh yeah, never ignore that. I'm bad with that too, though, because my drone was saying something about that yesterday when I threw it up in the air to get the fall colors up at our cottage. That's another video. Once I get it edited, I'm going to put up. But it was barking at me about firmware too, so I'm probably going to have to do that real quick. I'm going to have to make sure that it's updated. I didn't even think about how important that is, but it is very important. Wow, we still got 5 people in here. This is crazy. So I know Midlife's in here. Jan's in here. Michael's in here. Oh, Shannon's in here. That's 4. Who's the 5th person? It's not me. Well, somebody's giving me some watch hours. Thank you. Well, I think we're closing in on a few seconds here of 3.5 hours. I think that might be it for today. I still run it. I know you will. You're a good guy. Well, thank you everybody for stopping in. Unless Shannon, if you got some more questions that you want to ask, we can stay on. Oh, okay. Are you talking about my time lapse? Because I looked at that on the computer and it everything was still black. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me for the entire time, Jan, and everyone else that's been in here for hours. Thank you so much. I think, Michael, weren't you in here in the very beginning too? Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Yeah, my night picks. Okay. Phone's about to die. I'm going to get going, guys. So thanks a lot. And I'll catch you again. I'll try to, I know I said this last time, I'm trying to do more lives more often. We are going to be gone camping with the channel Adventures with Jane. That's Mark. For at least 3 nights and 4 days. Now I got to winterize my cabin next weekend. I might do another live next Sunday, possibly. But I'll try to give you guys some more notice this time. I got to do this more regularly because it really helps the channel, and I really enjoy them. Especially when you guys continue talking to me and then you talk to each other and you help each other. That's awesome. So we got to do this more often. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to end the broadcast now. Good night, everybody. God bless.